It is a Higurashi kind of night. And by that, I mean we're playing Higurashi. I've thought about what music to play, like at the beginning of the streams. But I do think just having the chirping cicadas sets the mood pretty well. So I'm going to opt to keep doing that for now. We're on what, episode 3 now of Higurashi? We're still on chapter 1 of the game, like, as a whole. I mean, chapter 1 also has its own chapters built in. We finished, what, chapter 4 last time? We seem to be going at a rate of finishing 2 chapters per stream. Or sub-chapters, I guess. Doesn't matter. Remember, we have new tip. That's true. We'll have to do those here in a second. Let me look at that. U-tips. Oh yeah, which ones did we do? We just have the one, right? What kind of name is Arena? That's all we got. Yeah? Yeah. This is the only one we have, right? So I think we read these. Did we? Or did we? I don't remember. Could always, if we don't remember, go in, see if it's familiar, and if it's not, just back out. That's always possible. I believe so. I'm gonna assume you mean I believe so we've read them. We did just start, but I don't want to waste time tonight. So, because we started late. So, we're gonna go ahead and start with what kind of name is Rena? It's you! Oh, that's loud. Give me a second, y'all. Okay. Rena's not here. You know where she is, Keiichi? Huh? She was just there, actually. Hey, Mion. Where did Rena go? Rena, didn't she go to the washroom? She did say that she's been having bowel troubles lately. I didn't heard anything about that. Satoko, do you know where Rena went? Rena-san, you say? I just passed her in the hallway. Rena-san has class duties today, so she's off to water the flower bed. Transform. Ah! That's what I like to see. Look at them. They're so big. Like, look how much less space they take up here. Ah, it was Rena's turn for class duty. Sounds like a drag. Rena. Upon hearing it repeated, a thought came to mind. It's rude to say this about someone's name, but it was a weird name. It was like some foreigner's name. What kind of name is Rena, I wonder? What kind of kanji does her name use? Rena is her nickname. She has a proper name as well. What, really? I was sure that Rena Ryugu was her actual name. Well, I can understand you making that mistake since we only call her Rena-san. She even signs her name as Rena. It's like it's her real name in school.
本当の名前はなんて言うんだろうな。レナが戻ってきたら聞いてみるかな。
Wonder what her real name is. Let's ask her when she comes back. Satoko and Rika-chan looked at each other. They know already.
聞かなくてもいいですよ。僕たちが教えてあげますです。
You don't need to ask her. We'll tell you what it is.
お礼の礼にならのな。竜宮レイナが本名ですのよ。
It's the Rei from Ore and the Na from Nara. Her real name is Reina Ryugu.
レイナか。
Reina, is it?
それでレイナじゃなくてレナって読むのか？
Let's write out Rena instead of Reina. Yes. Transform. No. Yeah!
面白い読み方だよな。
It's a pretty interesting reading.
いいえ、違いますです。レイナで正しいのです。
No, that's not it. Reina's the correct way.
レナさんが言ったのですわ。レナと呼んでほしいって。
Rena-san had told us that she wanted us to call her Rena.
だからレナさんなのですわ。
So we call her Rena-san.
ケイちゃん、レナはレナだよ。
Kei-chan. Rena is Rena, you know?
レイナって呼ぶのは他人だけ。
Only strangers call her Reina.
そこんとこ分かってるよね。
You get where this is going? Oh, welcome, Pokin. You're just in time. We're just playing this tip. We're learning about Rena's name, which I still don't know if I'm pronouncing right. Is it Reina? Well, no, Reina is like her real name, and Rena is what she goes by. But like, I don't know if I'm pronouncing Rena right. Like, is it Rena? But it doesn't sound like they're saying that. I don't know. I understood what Mion was saying. Didn't matter what her real name was, only what names we used between us. Rena Ryugu is Rena. She's nobody other than that.
思ったんだけどさ、自己申請すれば俺も今日からあだ名で呼ばれるのか？
So I was thinking, if I had a nickname, would you call me by that?
面白けりゃね。
If it's good.
なんて言われたいわけ？
So what do you want to be called?
越後屋。
Con man. Dog, we're not calling you that. Rena then came back into the classroom. One of the juniors near the door told Rena people were looking for her.
あれあれ、誰かレナのことを探してたかな？
What's this now? Who's looking for me, I wonder?
かな？
I wonder. Seeing that, both Mion and I sneered.
お代官様、竜宮めがまんまと現れましたぞ。
Bailiff, Ryugu doth show herself.
いちごや、主も悪よな。
Oh, she's calling me by the name. Con man, you're quite sinister. Wah, wah, wah.
何かな？ケイチ君とミーちゃんが悪代官だよ。
What is this? What is this? Keiichi-kun and Michan are an evil bailiff and...
いちご屋だよ。
a con man?
おのれ竜宮レナの助、ここであったが100年目でおじゃる。
Damn you, Renanosuke Ryugu. Today doth be when thou meetest thy maker.
いざ覚悟。
Have at thee!
スケさん、カクさん、懲らしめてやりなさい。
Suke-san, Kaku-san, show them what for.
あやいさですわ。
Yes, sir. She said that in English.
報酬はスイス銀行に入れてほしいのです。
Transform. No, transform again. Yeah! I expect my fee to be paid to my Swiss bank account. Since it's come to this, we have no choice. We'll just have a grand battle with 5 people. Rena's fierce punches exploded just as soon as she had shown her seal. The evil that was Mion and myself was vanquished in the end.
レナにはぜひ世直しの旅に出てもらいたいもんだ。永田町なんかどうだ？
I do hope that Rena does go on a journey to make the world a better place. How about heading to a parliament first?
ダメだよ。旅先で買い物ちょろまかすから。
Spare me. I'll get cute stuff for you on my travels. The toll of the bell signaled that break time was over.
ほらほら、ケイチ君もミーちゃんも先生来るよ。
Come on, Keiichi-kun, Michan. The teacher's coming. I took Rena's hand and stood up. It was just the teacher had entered the classroom. Just one more hour. Man, oh man. Gotta buckle down for one more. Well, that's that. Now we get to play the real game. It's Rena. I've been calling her the wrong thing this whole time. I'll call her Rena then. We're gonna continue. We were here. End of chapter 4. Oh yeah, we can do the tips here, but we might as well do them. See, but this lets us see the new ones. Yeah. I probably should just do that. Continue. Hi, Mion.
どうだったケイちゃん？
How was it, Kei-chan?
レナさんの家に行ったでございますか？
So you went to Renaissance House.
すごかったでしょ？
Wasn't it amazing? Oh yeah, I got her Colonel Sanders. It's nothing like that, right? Right? Unlike my house, the Ryugu residence wasn't newly constructed. It had been renovated from a pre-existing building. Well, the house itself was fine. The problem was the yard. There, it was crammed with rows upon rows of oddities. They were all the same as Colonel Sanders, stuff you'd see while walking around in town. Cake shop's mascot, Lil Licky. The Totalmon in front of the pharmacy. She even had the amazing flying helmet from the top of the department store. Why does she have all this?
そこまでは100歩譲って可愛いことにしてもいい。
I'll agree with you that those are cute.
だがあの郵便ポストは変だぞ。
But why the mailbox?
ああいうのってまずいんじゃないのか？
Won't you get in trouble for that one?
だって、可愛いだもん。
But, so cute. She must have just thought about it because her face filled with delight.
出かけりゃいいのか？
So it's the bigger the better.
出かけりゃ。
Just as long as it's big.
で、お部屋には小さいものがごっちゃりと陳列してありますの。
And her room displays the smaller ones.
前に拝見したことがあるでございま
So
す
she's
わ。
got the Colonel Sanders out in her front yard. I had a chance to see them before.
で、リカちゃんみたいな可愛い子は地下室にしまうのか。
And cute kids like Rika-chan are locked away in the basement.
何でもしまっちゃうよ。
Yep, yep. I'll keep anything.
可愛い。
Oh, cute. She takes anything she likes back to her nest. No ill will intended.
なあ、レナ。
Hey, Rena.
ニューヨークに自由の女神ってあるだろ。
You know about the Statue of Liberty in New York, right?
あれ、可愛いか？
Is that cute?
可愛いよ。欲しい。
Took someone's damn mailbox. She's a thief. Yeah, cute. I want it. She wants the Statue of Liberty. The US should probably come up with some countermeasures ASAP. Transform! If not, the Statue of Liberty really will take a trip to Hinamizawa in the not-so-distant future. I hope she gets it.
お待たせしましたです。
But she could take that statue? I bet she could. I think she could do it. My apologies for keeping you waiting. Rika-chan had returned.
職員室に呼ばれるなんて面白くないよな。
No fun being called to the staff room.
なんかやったのか？
Did you do something?
失礼な。リカはケイチさんのような不良とは違うでございます。
How rude. Rika isn't a hoodlum like Keiichi-san. Hey, stop it. I'm cool. I do nothing wrong. I want to fuck with my face cam real quick. Can I... Let me adjust the angle of my camera. I want you to be able to see more of my torso. So when I do things like this, you can see it. Because I was kind of cut off here. Nothing like that, Keiichi-kun.
リカちゃんはお祭りの実行委員さんなの。
Rika-chan is a member of the festival committee. She's part of a committee. She's like 5 years old. No, she's not, but
祭り？
These kids are so little. I look at them and I'm like, infant. Festival?
学校の文化祭かなんかの？
A school cultural festival or something?
ケイちゃんこの前言ったじゃん。
Kei-chan, I already told you.
裏祭りだよ。
It's the village festival.
綿流しのお祭り。
The Watanagashi. Oh, come to think of it, she did say there'd be a festival at the shrine during the next break.
その綿流しって何なんだ？
So what's this Watanagashi thing about?
灯籠流しみたいなもんか？
Is it like a floating lantern festival?
最後に沢に流すってとこだけは同じかな。
I guess the last part where you set things adrift in a river is similar.
傷んで使えなくなったお布団とかとてらとかにね。
Except we use cotton things like old worn out futons and padded cloaks.
ご苦労様って感謝して供養しながら沢に流すお祭りなの。
It's a festival expressing thanks for their years of service. People living in Hinamizawa dump their futons and padded cloaks in a stream? Sounds like it'd be a lot of trouble if it backed up the current. Maybe they just drop some fish in and have a fish wrangling competition. Skewer them and sprinkle a little salt. Oh man, I could smell it already.
それじゃあ
No, I like the futons better. That's just summer camp.
ケイチさんって意外に想像力貧困でございますのね。
I never anticipated how destitute Keiichi-san's imaginative capabilities would actually be. There's so often where there's those moments where, like, it's in my head, like, Keiichi's not saying it, but, like, they respond to it. Can they read my mind? Are they, like, telepathic?
なんで俺がくだらん想像をしたことが分かった？
What? How could you tell I was thinking something silly?
表情に出てましたです。
It was written all over your face. Oh, am I just incredibly obvious? Like, they can just look at me and be like, he's thinking about fucking fish. What sort of face could have expressed what I'd imagined just now? Rena demonstrated for me. Let me see. No argument here.
まあそんなに面白いものじゃないけどさ。
Something fun like that, you see.
楽しみにしてりゃいいじゃん。
You should still look forward to it.
みんなで行こう。
Let's all go together.
当日は迎えに行くからね。
I'll come get you that day. I don't really feel like going to festivals unless someone asks me to. I wouldn't get bored if these guys were going.
退屈どころか
You won't get bored.
今年もやるぜ。
We're doing it again this year. Mion's proclamation came as she looked at each member in turn. What is this all about? From the way Mion looked, it was
我
probably
が部の夏の風物詩
our club's summer tradition.
綿流しさに四強爆闘。
The cotton drifting four demon firefight. The what? Elaborate on that. That sounds awful. No, that sounds fucking cool. Don't be lame, Keiichi.
なんだよそのネーミングは。
What kind of name is that?
レナは可愛い名前だと思うけどな。
I think it's a cute name, though. I tried to object sharply, but since Rena looked happy about it, I decided it was pointless to fight.
ケイチもいますから、今年は五強爆闘になりますです。
Since Keiichi is here this year, it becomes 5 demons. Rika-chan made a small correction in light of my presence.
で、この仰々しいネーミングの部活動とお祭りがどう結びつくんだ？
So, how does this funky-sounding club activity tie into the festival? Well, she thinks it's
日
funny.
頃部活動で培った実力をご披露するのでございますわ。
This is where you exhibit the skills you've nurtured through your daily club activities.
その通り。
Exactly.
日々の厳しい試練を乗り越えた精鋭中の最精鋭たる我々の実力を。
We show the full extent of the abilities that the best of the best have obtained through our daily trials and tribulations. Yeah, these motherfuckers are like playing cards every day or something, right?
去年は
そ
村
うthey're
長さん
fucking
に
doing?
怒られた
I
し
think。I have hair in my face, and it's making me feel weird. Okay. But last year, the mayor got angry.
今年は迷惑をかけないようにしないとね。
What did they do? So we need to make sure not to cause any problems this time.
つまり露店巡りをしながら
I bet it was her.
するわけ
Rika
です
caused some trouble. She probably like lit a trash can on fire or something. So basically, we're doing club activities while checking out the stalls. Rika-chan really is the only one who explains things so they make sense. I see. So we'll be exhibiting on those busy festival grounds. Rena was right, of course. That would be a reason for the mayor to get angry.
でも楽しいんだよ。
Hooligans they are. Yeah, they are. They're causing a ruckus. But it's lots of fun. That was the only point I did not doubt. It would be, without question, fun. The day of the festival was drawing near.
じゃ、それはそれとして、
Well, putting that aside for
今
now,
日も始めようかね、部活動。意義は？
let's start our club activities today. Any objections? Guess that's a no. Our voices rang out in unison.
やっぱり人数が多いときはトランプが一番の王道だよね。
When there's lots of people, card games really are the easiest to play.
まさにこれぞテーブルゲームのベーシック。
This really is the most basic of table games.
また乾杯トランプか？
Playing with a marked deck again?
今日は新品。
We'll use a new one today.
傷はないから本当に条件は互角。
There are no marks on the cards, so we're on equal footing.
本当でございましょうね。
I wonder if that really is the case.
そのカード改めさせてもらいますわ。
I will have to inspect them. Transform now. I love their sprites so much. Well, that was fair. Just to be safe, everyone check the cards.
これなら大丈夫だよ。
Yes, these seem to be fine.
みんな納得した？
Are you all satisfied?
じゃあ今日はね、大貧民にしようか。5人って人数もいい感じでしょ。
And today, I guess, we'll play President. That's good for 5 people. I don't know what that is. Another standard card game. First one to get rid of all their cards wins. The basic rules: play a better card than the one before. You can play straights and pairs. There are various techniques that improve the game, like reversals. But because it's such a well-known game, there are lots of house rules for it as well. The name, for example. In my hometown, we call it Millionaire.
一応細部を確認しとくぜ。
I'd like to go over some
ジ
details.
ョーカーはオールマイティか？
Are the jokers wild?
3は3枚でも革命可能か？
Can you make a reversal with 3 threes?
ジョーカーはなし。
No
2が
jokers.
最強。
2 is the highest.
革命返しはあり。
You can reverse a reversal.
3でも4枚なきゃ革命不可。
You can only make a reversal with 4 of a kind, not 3.
あとね、ゲーム開始時に貧民がいいカードを上納するってルールがあるでしょ？
Also, you know how the peasant sends a good card to the president?
あれはなしなの。
None of that. I don't know what they're talking about. I don't play cards. But I was confirming the familiar rule. Satoko looked over at me cautiously. I probably should have tried to look like more of an amateur. I was pretty used to this game. President, and it's with a new deck. Today, I might be able to win. I had the gist of the rules now. But that wasn't everything, was it?
今日の罰ゲームは何でございますの？
So, what shall today's penalty be? Yeah, of course you're fascinated by that. You're a fucking psychopath.
み
You
んな
wanna
で
kill
何
me.
枚かメモに書いて、敗者に引かせるってのはどうかな？
About that, why don't we all write something down on slips of paper and have the loser draw one? Oh, that seemed like it could be interesting. My penalty? Shoot yourself with gun.
では、どぎついのを書いて、ケイチさんに引かせてやりますわ。
I'll write a nasty one and have Keiichi-san draw it. What is your problem? Well, I know your problem. You're a demon.
あんまりひどいのを書くと、自分で引いたとき大変だよ。
It would be awful if you wrote a bad one and drew it yourself.
負けなきゃいいってんだろ？
Just don't lose.
わかってるじゃありませんの。
Don't you know best? I'm gonna beat this kid. I'm gonna defeat this kid epic style in this card game that I know nothing about. And then she's gonna have to like draw her own paper where she wrote down like has to drink bucket of swamp water. Mion handed out several slips of paper to everybody.
じゃあ
Keep getting
適当に
hair
書
in
い
my
てこの
face.
カバンの
Get
中に
it
入れ
out
る
of here. It's tickling my nose, and it's bothersome. Then write down whatever and put it in this bag.
負けた人はこの中に手を突っ込んで、1
That's
枚
my
引くって
alarm
こと
for my medicine. Let me take my medicine real quick. JoJo card battle part. Yo, that's true. Fucking against Darby again. This hair keeps getting in my face. I need to get it. I need to take care of that real quick. Because that's driving me literally insane. I cannot focus on reading while this hair is in my face. Let me untie my hair real quick. And I'm just gonna, like, let it be. I'm gonna use my headphones. Get my hair back. So there we go. I think that should be good. When you lose, stick your hand inside and pick one out. Now then, what would be a good penalty? Worst case scenario, you draw what you wrote. Something too intense would be like digging your own grave.
何もなしって書くのは禁じ手にしましょうです。
No penalty. Let's forbid that kind of idea from being written down. He's fucking... He wants damage to occur. Rika-chan's casual suggestion caused Mion's hand to lurch to a sudden halt.
うわー、ミオンさん卑怯ですわ。
Ah, that's so sneaky, Mion-san.
何もなしって書いてカードを折ってあるんですの。
She wrote no penalty and the corner of the slip is folded. I see. Just in case you lost, just grab the note with the folded corner and you'd be safe. That was a good idea. Diabolical as ever, Mion. Rika-chan is quite formidable too, being able to see through that. Couldn't underestimate her, even though she doesn't stand out.
みんな、あんまり意地悪な罰ゲームはやめようね。
Everyone, don't write penalties that are too mean, okay? Nobody agreed to Rena's proposal. Everyone was ruthless.
大丈夫だよレナ。
It's fine, Rena.
負けなきゃいいんだからな。
Just don't lose.
うん、そうだね。
Yeah, that's true.
よし、頑張ってレナの罰ゲームをみんなに聞かせるぞ。
Okay, I'll try hard so everyone has to pick the penalty I write. Rena was quite brutal even though she usually appeared meek. Better not underestimate her either.
同感ですわ。
I agree with that.
特にレナの罰ゲームってのがとっても気になるでございます。
Very curious what Rena's penalty is in particular.
誰の罰ゲームでも怖いです。
Everybody's penalties are scary. Still didn't know what Rika-chan's penalties would be like. It's probably like shoot yourself with a shotgun. Basically,
このゲームには負けられないってわけ。
you can't afford to lose this game.
ご一同、覚悟はいいね。
Everybody here ready? We all nodded determinedly. Having confirmed that, Mion dealt out the cards. Finally, the battle begins. I had a decent starting hand. Card after card was played in the middle. Not needing Mion to tell them, both Rika-chan and Satoko played their cards without hesitation. Rena and I were the only ones who paused to think. It seemed that Rena generally couldn't make up her mind, but I was different. I was like a shark stalking its prey, just waiting for the right time to strike.
あれ、
Huh?
これ通るのかよ。
Will this work?
じゃあ3出して上がりだぜ。
Then I'll play this 3 and I'm out. 9.
いないですの。8、7、
Nobody? 8, 7.
上がりでございます。
I'm out.
5と5、
5 and 5.
下がりますです。
I'm out.
じゃあ最後の1枚を捨てて上がりね。
Then I'll discard this last one and I'm out.
気を逸したか。
I missed my chance. The loser of the first round was of all people Mion. Now I was certain. Today, I could win.
じゃあ
Now then.
みーちゃん、この中から1枚引いてね。
Mi-chan, pull out one of the slips, okay? Mion, accepting her defeat, scrounged around inside the bag and pulled out one piece of paper. That's a good face. She's never made that face before yet. What? Who did this? Who wrote this? Mion quivered and shrieked.
どうなの
What is it?
どうなの
What is it? Huh? Rena was also surprised when she peeked at it. What kind of terrible thing was written on it? Hit the principal on the head.
ちょっと待て。
Hey, wait.
これがどうやばいんだ？
How is this bad?
圭一さんは気づきませんの
Keiji-san, do you not understand?
校長先生は頭髪が薄いことを恥ずかしがってますの
The principal was ashamed of his thinning hair. Satoko yelled with a serious look on her face. Well, she wasn't as loud as Mion's shriek. What could it be?
校長先生は武道の達人なのです
The principal is a martial arts master.
若い頃は世界を修行して回って武術の奥義を極めきったと豪語してますの
He boasted about traveling around the world perfecting his skills when he was younger.
戦後の日本の教育の乱れを憂いて教育者に転校したんだって
He switched to teaching after seeing the poor state of education in Japan after the war. He was inhuman. At that guy's head?
部長の私が模範を示さないわけにはいかないね。
She looks so distraught. As the club president, there is no way I can set a bad example by refusing. Ugh. She bellowed out a yell as she dashed off down the hallway.
静かにこっそり行って穏便に済ます方が有利じゃないのか？
Wouldn't it have been easier to sneak out quietly and try to do it without making a fuss?
多分無理だよ
Probably
だ
impossible.
って気配でアメフラシが探せるって言ってたし
They say he used to hunt sea slugs just by sensing the presence. They do nothing but wait with bated breath. She's about to get body slammed. A rumble shook the classroom.
校長先生超奥義発動です
The principal's special launcher move just started. Following the launcher with a jab, jab, strong, fierce combo? He's even using meter.
ジークンドーだな。
From how it sounded, the principal's jumping fierce sounds like a multi-hit combo.
知らないよ食らいたくないもん
I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Nothing I could do now except stay calm. I understood now why there were no delinquents at the school. After a few moments of silence, Mion slumped back to us,
撫でた。これで
petted.
いい。
Is that good enough? Mion said before collapsing.
とりあえず生きてますわね
She's alive at least.
ゲーム続行は可能でございますわ
Now we can continue the game.
鬼
Monster. Mion just got hit with the not gonna sugarcoat it. I was amazed the person who made club activities like these could say that.
でも
But now,
一番おっかない罰ゲームはなくなったね
the worst penalty is gone now, right? Right? Rena tried to lighten the mood and was only met with Mion's malicious grin. She was serious now.
もう手加減しないからね。
I'm not holding back anymore. I want to see you're serious. Holy shit! She looks so mad. I love the fucking spread so much.
思い知らせてやろうじゃん。
Yo, get yours. The pace of the game became bizarrely quick. I could tell the game had gotten more intense.
S345あっかり
Ace! 3, 4, 5! I'm out!
これで僕も上がりますです
I'm out as well.
へへ、俺も上がらせてもらうぜ。
Heh, I'm out too.
これで上がりですな
3, I am out. I am now out.
負けちゃったよ
I lost? And the heavens chose to vanquish Rena.
どんな罰ゲームだろう。どんな罰ゲームだろう。
What kind of penalty, I wonder? What kind of penalty, I wonder? It wasn't exactly hard for her to be worried. Just thinking of the level of difficulty of Mion's first penalty still made me quiver. And so, the penalty she drew with trembling fingers was... Heck was this? Speak like a maid.
なにこれ。
Huh? What is
こ
this?
れってどうすればいいの。
This one. What do I need to do?
ってことはつまりそういう口調で喋れということではございませんの。
So basically, it means you have to use the same expressions as a maid?
はあ、はい、ご主人様。
Okay, master. This sucks! It hit me like a ton of bricks. I had no idea who wrote that penalty, but she was awesome!
じゃあレナ、カードを集めてみんなに配ってくれるかな。
Then, Rena, can you shuffle the cards and deal?
はい、ご主人様。
Yes, master. Ah, I could just die right now.
とにか
Whatever,
く
boy.
ゲームを続行しよ
Put him in the chainsaw device. Anyway, let's continue.
う。なあレナ。
Right, Rena?
はい、ご主人様。
Yes, master. The eagerness to which I was goading Rena into addressing me as master was downright impressive if I do say so myself. Oh yeah!
もう負けないよ。上がり。
I won't lose any more. I'm out!
私も絶対負けられないでございますのよ。
I shan't lose either.
上がりましたです。
I'm out.
ならこれで俺も。
That Rika wrote that down? I was thinking exactly that. It's absolutely her. And with that, I'm out too.
そんな。
I can't believe it.
誰なの負けでございますか。
Is it Rena's loss again? Rena again? What kind of penalty would it be this time? I was delighted by the mysterious sense of anticipation. Anticipation? No, this was conviction. Remove one item of clothing from the top and bottom halves of your body. Oh, I knew someone was gonna do that! It was you, Kichi, wasn't it? Because you're a freak! Nah, I bet it was Mion.
それはまずいだろう。
Well, that's just indecent.
誰だよこんなの書いたの。
Could have written this, Mion. Her face reddened in anger. If I didn't yell something out, I wouldn't be able to hide my shaking. Oh, was it you? Ah, who did write that? God, please give that man a Nobel Prize. I'm gonna kill you, dog!
きっとノーベルスケベ賞ですわね。
That would be an Ig Nobel Prize. Oh, they read my mind. Not good, not good. What I was thinking about was written on my face.
みーちゃん。
Mm-hmm. Rena begged Mion with teary eyes, but everyone knew Mion's answer already.
はいはい。甘えない甘えない。
Nope, nope. Won't go easy on you.
負けたら潔く。
You lost, so take it like a man.
わかりました、ご主人様。脱ぎます。
Understood, master. I'll undress. What? You wrote it down, bro! I looked around thinking someone else would probably stop her. Of course, I wasn't exactly trying to stop her either. Then I heard the rustling of clothing. The sound of her skirt hitting the ground set my heart racing. Hey, look, Rena, you're not thinking clearly. It said just one article of clothing from top and bottom half of your body. You could have undone, like... You could have took a sock off. Is all I'm saying. You chose the skirt.
これでよろしいでしょうか。ご主人様。
Is this fine, master? I looked away like a gentleman. These club activities. You need to be ruthless after all. Ah! That's just her fucking gym clothes.
ケイイチさん、何を期待してますの？
Keiichi-san, whatever were you expecting?
下に体操服着てなかったらさすがに脱げませんわ。
Certainly would not have her strip if she weren't wearing her PE clothes underneath. Sadako poked fun at me, but right now I can't hear it.
ケイちゃんもやるね。
Not bad, Kei-chan.
こっちの方向で攻めてくるとはおじさん予想もつかなかったわ。
This old man never even thought you would go after her like that.
違う。これは俺が書いたんじゃない。
You've got it wrong. I didn't write that one.
ご主人様が書いたんじゃないんですか？
Master didn't write this one? Don't call me that anymore. It's done. You don't gonna call me that. Her squirming around in her PE clothes made it impossible for me not to feel anything. No, that's not true. I feel nothing. Get out of here, kid. I'm gonna kill this guy. Calm down, Kichi Maibara. Mina probably wrote that one and planned to go after me as I panicked. You can't fall for a trap after knowing it's a trap. Clear your head. Calm down and assess the situation. I was determined to think my way out of this. And the answer was quite simple. I win! I then became a god. I, who had already entered the domain of godhood, what would dare stand in my way? It was like they were pulled to me magnetically. I was picking up aces and twos like nobody's business. How could my luck at the draw be so bad? Satoko lost, right? I'll draw the penalty. Speak like a little sister. Whatever, man. What, she's gonna be like, what's up, bro? Ow! Fine, Oni-chan. Yes! The pleasure of making this brat disgrace herself. Calm down, Hitler. That's a good scream. This old man loses again. Mion's lost, right? I'll draw it out. We're a girls' school swimsuit. Who's putting all these in? What freak? No! That's the one I wanted Kei-chan to get. Yes. Mion's despair was like sweet honey. You still ain't put your clothes back on? These are permanent? I guess so. She's still talking like a maid. Fuck, the ones where they're not like requests that you can fulfill once, like petting the principal, you just gotta keep doing that as we keep playing. Master, I lost again. Rena lost? I'll draw it for you. Let the person in first place rest their head on your lap. In this outfit, Master? Yeah! She's not wearing a skirt, so it's her bare legs. Oni-chan, you're too good. Satoko lost again. I'll draw it. Obey the person in first place. Oh my god! How about I have you give me a shoulder massage? Fine, Oni-chan. Come on, do it a bit harder. Don't use your nails. He's turned evil, guys. He's abusing his power. I transformed into an evil dictator and couldn't be doing any better. It felt like I could control how the cards played out with my mind and even decide what suits would appear just by willing it. By the time I realized it, I had already assembled a harem. I was laughing haughtily as I rested my head on Rena, who is now a bloomer-clad maid. Satoko was wearing a collar and had taken on little sister properties. What the devil? Mion was fanning me while wearing a school swimsuit. And Rika is chilling. Rika is chilling
一緒
today.
でございますね。
Today's Masters of Forming Victory, isn't it?
あんまり頭をゴロゴロしないでくださいまし。
Please refrain from moving your head around so much. I began to think. Why does man have no end to his desires? How could I wish for more than this palace of dreams?
どうしましたですか、ケイチ。
What is it, Keiichi?
どうして人の欲望には限りがないのか。
I'm saddened by the thought of a man having no end to his desires. That was it. Rika-chan had been in first, but she continued to escape being in last.
ケイチは欲張りさんですよ。
Keiichi is quite greedy.
春を知るとも言いますです。
It's said you should know when enough is enough.
十分理解してるよ。
I know that very well.
なんて言うのか
But how to say
な。
it?
もう死んでもいいって感じ。
I feel like I wouldn't mind if I died now.
ご主人様、あんまりゴロゴロしないで。
Master, please refrain from moving your head around.
死んでもいいですね。
You say you wouldn't mind dying.
叶えて差し上げますですよ。
Then that can be arranged. Rika-chan said it in her usual calm manner with a cheery tone. This was undoubtedly a declaration of war. Ah! Ah! Okay, but... okay. Go, Rika-chan, go! Take him out!
この
The collar!
やっつけるでございます。
It's a big-ass collar. That's a big-ass collar. Defeat this archdevil of perversion.
僕で
I
は
agree.
勝てないかもし
Kill
れま
him.
せんですが、やっつけますですよ。
I might not be able to win, but I'll beat him. Such stoicism from this little girl who's always hidden away in Satoko's shadow. It'd probably be rude not to meet her head on. I shall face you myself, little one. Saw Mion swap a few cards with Rika-chan in the middle of the game, but pretended I didn't see it. You believe you can defeat Keiichi-sama with just that?
2です。
2.
エース、エース、エースです。
Ace, ace, ace.
8、8、8、8。革命しますです。
8888. Reversal. Everybody looked over at me. I was still brimming with confidence. Mwahaha. The four of them have allied against me. That's it? You're making me laugh.
ありだったよな。
That was good.
革命返しだ。
Reversal, reversal. What?
そんなバカなことがあるわけ。
How could such a thing be? Satoko let out a shriek. Mwahaha, you simpletons. Using up all of her cards before calling the reversal left Rika-chan with no good cards. She was defeated soon after.
僕の負けです。
I lost. Is that the first time I've seen her sad like that? Show me. Oh, oh. Poor baby. He's got such an evil laugh. Trotaro versus Dio? This is true. Finally, you fall into my clutches. Now I'll pick one out. Wear cat ears, a bell collar, and a tail. Who put this in? And why do we have cat ears and a tail here in the first place? Mwahaha! Even the penalties were as I wished. Rika-chan hung her head and equipped the 3 holy artifacts. It's questionable as to why such things were in Mion's locker, but since I had no objections, I didn't ask if Mion had them. Okay. Oh! What do you look like in others? No, no, no. It's funny there. Or does she have the fucking... They make it like a full collar on this one. But it's attached to her shirt in these other versions. Interesting. Hashtag noticing. I don't advocate for his behavior, by the way. This was so... Felt like I had become Rena. This was definitely cute. I don't think he's being... He's not being gross, I guess. He's just weird. Cute, isn't it? Isn't it? Oh, that's adorable. Why this punishment? Oh man, anime bullshit. I want to take her home. No kidnapping kids. It's not allowed. That wasn't me talking. That was the actual Rena.
Me.
Meep. As Rika-chan mimicked a cat, teary-eyed, rings of smoke escaped from Rena's ears with an audible poof. The punishment thing didn't say you had to talk like a cat. It just said you got to wear that stuff. She just decided to do that. Rika-chan must take home. Taking her home. Just for a while. I don't do anything strange. Nothing strange. See, I still have one trick left. Mion gasped and dropped her fist into her open palm. She's got a plan. If Rena must, she can take me home. No kidnapping! I said no kidnapping. After Rena beats Keiichi-san, she can. They thought that Rena and Kyumo would be able to defeat me. It'd be that easy? Opposing me was the same as opposing God. I'd teach them their place. How preposterous. That Rena can't defeat me? For a moment, I didn't know what was going on. 52 cards danced and flowed freely between Rena's hands like the machinations of a master magician. In the middle of those flowing cards was Rena's ecstatic expression, her head bobbing around. Shall we, Keiichi-kun? Hurry, hurry! Oh no. You're done for, Keiichi. My whole body knew it already. I was going to lose. Draw the card that says, drink a bucket of swamp water and take on all previous punishments. No play? Nothing to play, Kei-chan? Then with this, I'm out! Everyone cheered. I was spent. Got no regrets. God, thank you for letting me dream a little. Now then, I'll take one out. Keiichi-san's penalty. This is it. Everybody peeked at it in unison, gazes flicking between the text and my face. All day today I did as I pleased. I'll do whatever it is. What's on there? All. Huh? Every penalty up until now. I was right! God damn it. He's gotta put on. Let's see, let's recount. What's all the punishment so far? He's gotta fucking he has to pet the principal's head. He has to talk like a maid. He has to wear a girl swimsuit. He has to well, first he has to remove a piece of clothing from top and bottom half. Then he has to wear a swimsuit. Then he has to talk like a little sister. Then he has to wear a collar. Then he has to shoot, what comes after? Then he has to don the he has to like obey whoever's in first place's command. And then he has to let whoever's in first place rest their head on their lap. And then he has to wear the cat ears and shit. So that's tough, buddy. You have to do all of it. What the heck? You're cooked, little bro.
言葉遣いが弟属性になっていませんでしたよ。
Keiichi-san, should you not be speaking like a little brother?
はい、お姉ちゃん。
Yes, Oni-chan. Why is she still wearing the collar? She doesn't have to do that anymore, right? You just choosing to? Does she think it'll look cool?
うわー、これはやみつきになるでございますわ。
Chris flew too close to the sun. That's what he gets. Wow, this is quite addicting.
あと肩も揉んでもらいますわよ。
Next, I'll have you rub my shoulders.
ケイチくん、膝枕はいいからレナにもね。
Keiichi-kun, I don't need the lap pillows. Do the other one, okay?
はい、ご主人様。
Yes, master.
ケイチくん、それすごくかわいい。もっと言ってもっと言って。
Keiichi-kun, that's so cute. Say it again, say it again.
もうお許しください。ご主人
No,
様。
please spare me, master. Rena passed out with a squeal, blood spewing from her nose like a fountain. My dignity was being trampled more than a communal doormat.
次はおじさんだね。
Next is from this old man.
まずはのんびりとうちわで
Oh yeah, he has to also fan her. I forgot about that one. I'm gonna have you fan me for a good long while, you know. Foosh foosh.
そうか。
Oh, almost forgot.
これも着ないとダメだよね。
You need to wear this, don't you?
スクール水着。
The school swimsuit. Eh?
それ女子用だろ。
This is for girls!
俺は男子用でいいんじゃないのか。
Can't I wear the one for boys?
ここにちゃんと女子スクール水着に着替えると明記してございますわ。
It was clearly written here, wear a girl's swimsuit, as you can see. Satoko was like a loan shark. Actually, me trying to escape reality as fast as humanly possible is pretty adorable if I do say so myself.
だって。
But
誰のスクール水着を着るんだよ。
whose school swimsuit am I going to wear?
嫌だろ。
If I were wearing one of
なん
yours,
かに着られたら。
you wouldn't like it, right?
おじさん、そういうのは全然気にしないから。
Ah, this old man doesn't care about that kind of stuff at all.
いいじゃん、役得でさ。
Think of it as a little benefit.
私、スタイルすっごく悪いから、ケイちゃんでも着れないことないと思うよ。
I'm not that in shape, so I think even Kei-chan can fit into it. The executioners surrounded me, wagging their fingers.
いやいやいや。いや
That's tough, buddy. I mean, karma gets you, man. My first thought, it's tight around the waist. Second thought, the chest area was pretty loose. Third thought, the crotch area was...
ケイチくん、かわいいかわいい。
Haha, Keiichi-kun is bending forward. Cute, cute.
あとこれに
Is
猫
it?
耳と首輪と尻尾をつけて完成しますです。
You'll be ready after you wear the cat ears, bell, and tail.
ケイちゃん、鏡見る。
So they're not making me wear the collar that fucking Satoko's wearing? She still has that on. Is she just keeping it because she likes it? Good for her, I guess. That's one less thing I have to do. Kei-chan, want to look in the mirror? It's amazing, really.
多分見といた方がいい。
It's probably best if you look. The stern, scientific, calculating nature mixed in with her fascination made Mion very scary.
遠慮します。ご主人様。
I would like to respectfully decline, Master.
これで出来上がりですわね。
Oh, she took it off, so I guess I have it now. Your ensemble is complete.
このままの格好で下校するってのもあればよかったですのに。
If only we could send you home dressed like that.
じゃあ、もういいかい。着替えてさ。
Then, is this enough? I'll change and... While I was saying that, Mion placed her hands on my shoulders and Rika-chan slipped up behind me without a sound.
まだです、ケイチ。
Not yet, Keiichi.
一番最初にやった罰ゲームが残ってますです。
There's still the first penalty left. Let me do all these first. I'm gonna have to go slap his head while I'm wearing all this shit. I have to go fucking pet the principal's head while I'm in a girl swimsuit with a collar on and a bell and cat ears and tail. talking like a little brother and a maid. So, that's fun.
この格好でか
In this getup, Rika-chan patted my head without saying a word.
よし失礼します
Sir, excuse me.
入りたまえ。
Yes, please come in. I stepped forward into the principal's office. My bell collar jingled adorably. The principal froze solid with a smile on his face as he saw me. Couldn't blame him. In this sacred place of study, specifically in his office. Though I said excuse me as I entered, the sight of a person entering with a school swimsuit cat ears, a collar, and a tail, and for it to be a young male student. Without a doubt, any normal person's psyche would have stopped cold. But this could be explained. We'll call it uncanny valley camouflage, if you will. When humans see others, they can only begin to act after confirming this is human. Meaning that if he could not comprehend what was in front of him, then in those moments before he could begin to fully process the situation, his mind was completely blank. That was my one and only chance for victory. My penalty. Rubbing the principal's head.
こっちよー勝負
Principal, I challenge you! As a zing sound echoed loudly, he went straight for the special move. The principal said one thing to me.
男とは何ぞや。
What does it mean to be a man? And in a heartbeat... Oh, he's going to heaven. That tremor resounded throughout the Hinamizawa twilight. Omae wa mou shinderu. That's tough, buddy. Libero got fucked up. Brenda was given permission to caress Rika-chan's head as much as she wanted, so they headed home together, very pleased. Once again today, it was just Mion and I going home.
いやー、白熱したね。ケイちゃんがあんなに大貧民が強いとは思わなかった。
Man, that was intense. I didn't know Kei-chan was so good at president.
いや俺自身が一番驚いてるよ
No, I was more surprised than anyone. If I was playing with guys, it wouldn't have been that strong.
しかしひってえ目にあった
But still, it was pretty
こ
bad.
んな姿で担架で運ばれた日にゃ松代までの恥だ
Being carried off on a stretcher in that outfit will probably haunt me until the day I die. Get to go to the hospital in that shit.
でもいいじゃん。
But that's fine, isn't it?
7台は自慢できるくらいいい目も見たんだし。
You were able to do something to boast about for the ages, too. Well, when she says it like that, we both smiled at each other.
おや
You!
また会
Get
った
this
ね、ケイ
guy out of here. Oh, we meet again, Kichi-kun. It was Tomitake-san. Felt like I'd been running into him quite often.
どうも。いい写真は撮れてますか？
Hey, taking any good pictures?
ま、そこそこにね。
Well, a few.
で、
So... Tomitake-san suddenly leaned over and whispered into my ear.
しかし、ケイイチ君も隅に置けないな。
You sure get around.
今日はこの間とは違う彼女かい？
Today you already have a different girl?
そういうんじゃないですよ
It's not like that.
とぼけないとぼけない。
No need to hide it.
若いうちは経験が大事なんだからな。
It's important to get lots of experience when you're young. Because Tomitake-san let out such a crude laugh, Mion knew exactly what we were talking about without even hearing his whispering.
富武のおじさまだってなかなか隅に置けないって噂ですけど。
I've heard through the grapevine that Mr. Tomitake isn't doing so badly himself, hmm?
いや、僕はそんなつもりで。
No, that wasn't my intention.
はいはい。
Sure, sure.
お仕事頑張っていい写真いっぱい撮ってくださいな。
Keep up the good work and take plenty of pictures.
バイバイ。
See ya. Mion seemed to really want to get rid of this lout quickly. From the way she spoke, it seemed as if Mion knew Tomitaki-san quite well.
おじさまは今年は渡長島で滞在ですかな？
How's the year treating you, mister? Staying until the Watanagashi?
うん、そのつもりだよ。
Yep, I plan to.
お祭りを一通り撮影したら、また東京に帰るよ。
After photographing the festival, I plan on heading back to Tokyo.
カメラマンってやつは本当に気楽な商売ですこと。
Being a photographer sure is easy.
早くでっかい賞を取って有名になってくださいよね。
Be sure to win some big award and become
今
famous.
期逃してまで写真撮影に熱中してるんだから。
Spent all your best years on photography after all.
そんなことはないと思うな。
I don't think I'm that far gone.
男は味噌汁から味が出るんだよ。
But they say men start developing their own unique flavor in the 30s? I've never heard that, but...
味噌から味が出てどうすんですか、バッチーナ。
What does it matter what you taste like? That's so gross.
うんあおっと、そろそろ宿に戻らないと暗くなっちゃうな。
Oh, look at the time. I need to get back to the inn before it gets dark. Tomitaki-san began to take his leave with a dry laugh. It did look like he was outmatched by Mion.
じゃあお二人ともお祭りでまた会おうね。
Now then, I'll see you both at the festival. After waving a hand cheerfully, Tomitaki-san disappeared amidst the cries of the Higurashi. And they cry.
あんな調子で本当に有名になれんのかね。
The way he's going, he probably won't ever get famous.
個
Damn.
展開いたら私の写真展示してもらう約束になってんだけど、当分実現しそうにないかね。
I had him promise he'd display a picture of me if he ever opened up a gallery, but I don't think that'll ever happen.
ミオンは富武さんのことを知ってるんだ。
So you know Tomitaki-san.
うん、知り合いっていうかほら、ここじゃよそ者はすぐ分かっちゃうからね。
Yeah, he's an acquaintance of sorts, but you know how easy it is to tell who's an outsider.
昨日今日会ったばかりという感じじゃなかったな。
It sounded like you meet him all the time.
富武さんね、結構ちょくちょくひなみ沢に来るんだよ。
Tomitaki-san comes around to Hinamizawa regularly.
年に2、3回くらいかな。
Maybe 2, 3 times a year.
季節の風景や野鳥を撮影してるんだってさ。ま、大した写真じゃないんだろうけどね。
He says he's taking pictures of the seasonal scenery and wild birds. But, well, those photos really are nothing to phone home about. The image Mion painted of Tomitaki-san was fairly unique. The Tomitaki-san I knew was more mysterious. The words flowed naturally from my mouth.
富武さんって本当に野鳥撮影で来てるのかな。
I wonder if he's really here to take pictures of birds. Mion stared blankly at me as if to ask, why do you say that? I love that sprite.
なんかこう撮影以外の目的で来てるようなさ。
It just seems he's here for something other than taking pictures, I think.
そんな気がしないか？
Did you get that feeling? Like about that incident, the dismemberment.
へえ、やっぱりそう思う？
Oh, you too?
だとしたらいい感してるよ、ケイちゃん。
If so, you've got good instincts, Kei-chan. She agreed with what I thought, but was quite chipper in how she said it.
知ってるのか、ミオン？
You knew about it then, Mion?
もうね。
Of course.
他のみんなはひょっとすると気づいてないかもしれないけど、こ
今
のおじさんの目はごまかせないし、ね。
Sorry, man, I talked over you. You might be able to pull one over on everyone else, but he can't fool this old man. Mion was posturing pretentiously, but I had easily come to a very different conclusion from what she was imagining. I felt like all apprehensions I had about Tomitaki-san disappeared, lifting a burden off my shoulders. I was finally able to appreciate how clear the evening sky over Hinamizawa was. The stream had been so fun that I forgot about dismemberment. Me too, honestly. I don't think the game was going to let us forget about the dismemberment much longer, though. I exhaled everything in my lungs and inhaled just as much. It smelled like dusk.
どうしたの、ケイちゃん？
What is it, Kei-chan?
日暮らしの声ってさ、
It's just that
こんなにも気持ちいいものだったんだなって。
I never thought the cries of the Higurashi could feel this good. Higurashi when they cry, that's what the game is called.
ケイちゃん、何を今さら。
What's gotten into you all of a sudden, Kei-chan? We both continue to giggle, not knowing why.
レナは今頃どうしてるかな。
I wonder what Rena is doing.
リカちゃんを思う存分可愛がれたのかな。
I bet she's getting her fill of Rika-chan by now.
今頃は夕食を振る舞うから遊びにおいでって誘ってる真っ最中だよ。
She's probably in the middle of asking her over so she can treat her to dinner.
うまく持ち帰れるといいな。
It'd be great if she's able to take her home.
どうだろうね。
I wonder.
リカちゃんってあれでなかなかうまいから。
Rika-chan's pretty good at that stuff.
ああ、それは同感。
Yeah, I feel the same.
頭を撫でる罰ゲーム。あれ、きっとリカちゃんだぜ。
That head petting penalty was probably from Rika-chan.
私も同感。
I thought so too.
校長先生の頭を撫でられるのはリカちゃんだけだし。
The only one who could get away with patting his head is Rika-chan after all. Just pointless chit-chat. The hot day felt like it was being cooled down by the cries of the Higurashi. That's what the game is called. Mion just standing there. Let me on. Go away. I'm trying to go home. Thank you. New tips? Have your luck run out. Let's save. That's chapter 5 done. View new tips. We only got 1. Community notice. Let's see this. We're greeting the end of the rainy season sooner than in prior years. On this day, when it feels like summer will soon arrive, I'm pleased that everyone is in good health. The season for the Watanagashi is finally upon us. I believe the assistance of the town council will make this a wonderful festival. I also wish to ask for the assistance of everyone in regards to a few things. 1. Collecting bazaar goods. Villagers are welcome to put their wares on show at the well-received Hinamizawa Grand Bazaar Exposition. Anything is welcome, from unconsumed gifts to used clothing. No raw goods, please. Management, Makino, tel number, whatever. 2. Recruiting Little Festival Drum Dancers. The renowned Little Festival Drum Dancers group, known for its careful choreography, the Shofu Society, is taking last-minute participants. We're looking for any Showa elementary and middle schoolers. Management, Kimiyoshi. 3. Taking donations. We are accepting donations in multiples of 1,000 yen. For every 1,000 yen donation, you'll be awarded a refreshment stand ticket. Management, Sonozaki. We are always taking suggestions for ways to improve the festival. If you have an interesting idea, call Kimiyoshi at... There's a 200 yen refreshment stand ticket attached below the cut line. What a good time. We're just learning about the festival. Let us continue then. A few days had passed since the incident. During that time, either Mion was busy or Rika-chan had to help with the festival preparations, so we couldn't get everybody together for club activities. Even though I thought I would never want to participate again after the years it shared with my life each time, not having it only made my heart grow fonder. I really am not honest with myself. Today we finally had our club activities again. These weren't the same old club activities. It was called the Cotton Drifting 5 Demon Firefight. And it was one of the biggest events in the club. It's time.
ケイチ、この浴衣まだ着れるかしら。
Keiichi, does this yukata still fit you? I think I said that right.
ちょっと袖を通してみてくれる？
Can you try it on for a second? Mom pulled out an old dusty yukata.
いいよ、浴衣なんて。
No, I don't need a yukata.
恥ずかしいから普段着で行くよ。
Those are embarrassing. Just go in my normal clothes.
でもお祭りなんだから着ていきなさいな。
But this is a festival. Wear it, okay?
レナとかは普段着でいいって言ってたぜ。
Ren and the others said regular clothes are just fine.
浴衣なんか着てったらかえって恥さらしだよ。
If I was the only one wearing a yukata, it'd be even more embarrassing. I put on the same old vest as usual.
祭りにはレナたちと行くからさ。
I've been going with Ren and the
俺の
others,
ことは放っておいて大丈夫。
so you don't need to worry about me.
そ
Is that so?
う？じゃあ母さんは父さんが起きたら2人で行くわね。
I'll be going with Dad when he wakes up. Dad let out a loud snore from the sofa.
あの調子じゃ、夕べも徹夜かな。
From how it looks, he must have pulled an all-nighter last night.
急ぎの原稿をようやく発送したとこなの。
He just finished sending in his manuscript,
ひょっとすると起きないかもね。
so he might not wake up for a while. Seems my dad writes for art magazines sometimes too. I've never read it though. I wonder if my dad is a really famous artist. As a son, it's a bit strange for me to say, but I can't imagine he's selling all that well. But he's able to feed a family of 3, and my life isn't exactly full of hardships. Maybe he's actually a master painter, and I just never knew it. Ding dong.
ケイチ君いらっしゃいますか？
Ichikun, are you home? Uh-oh, it was already time. I didn't want them coming here, so I was planning on leaving early and waiting outside.
あらあらレナちゃん。
Oh my, it's Rena-chan.
いつもうちのケイチがお世話になってまして。
Thank you for always looking after Keiichi.
おばさま、こちらこそお世話になって。
Transform! Ah, man, he's also been looking out for... Why are you blushing just from meeting my mom?
そこで真っ赤になるな。
Don't get all flustered.
実に気まずい。
It feels so awkward.
行くぞレナ。
Let's go, Rena. Since Rena would continue to space out if I left her here, I grabbed her hand and dragged her out.
レナちゃん、ケイチをよろしくね。
Rena-chan, look after Keiichi for me.
はい、おばさま。
Yes, ma'am.
ケイチ君はレナが命に変えましても。
Even if it means I'm gonna sacrifice myself. Well, that's not... Okay, you don't need to do all that, but... Why don't you do it right now? She waved back even as I was dragging her away.
はい、ケイちゃん。
Okay, Kei-chan.
今日はお腹すかしてる？
You hungry today? Transform. Yeah, gun! I love the gun. They took it from her in the console version. But look. They also took it in the remake. But gun! I love the gun. Remake sprites just don't have the aura. See, this is aura, but I also like these. That's just not right. It's just not right, is it? These are funny, but I really like these console sprites, so I'm going to keep using them. And also, they're consistent with the CGs, so... Okay, Kei-chan, you hungry today?
露店で済ますんだからね。
We'll take care of that at these stalls.
部活が露天勝負と分かってて、腹を無駄に膨らますと思ったかよ。
You thought I'd let myself get full knowing the club activities will involve the stalls?
そうでなくちゃ。
Wouldn't have it any other way.
さとことリカちゃんは
Where are Rika-chan and Satoko?
もう神社に行ってるのか？
Are they already at the temple?
リカちゃんはお祭りの実行委員さんだもん。
Yep, Rika-chan's a festival community member after all.
さとこちゃんもきっと一緒だよ。
Satoko-chan is probably with her as well.
そっか。よっしゃ。
I see. Alright,
今日は目いっぱい騒ぐぞ。
let's make some noise today.
あ
Yeah! Now, are the fun times going to get ruined by something, or are we going to have a good time and then bad things are going to happen? See, that's the question that's always posed, right? Is like, when is the bad stuff going to happen? Because who knows? Not me, so. I wish I knew. I will know. We're already in high spirits with just the 3 of us there. Oh, this is nice. It was way more lively at the Furude Shrine than the last time I came, far exceeding my expectations. Throngs of people were crammed between rows of market stalls lined with colorful paper lanterns. Despite that, it was actually quite enjoyable.
すげえ人だな。
Sure are lots of people here.
ひなみ沢ってこんなに人がいたんだ。
Can't believe they all live in Hinamizawa.
綿流しのお祭りはみんな来るよ。
Everybody attends the Watanagashi.
多分、ひなみ沢の人の半分くらいは来てるんじゃないかな。
I think about half the village is here.
それだけじゃないよ。
It's not just that.
近隣の 会や子供会も招待してる。
Municipal and youth councils from neighboring towns and villages advertise this event as well.
そうだよな。
That's right.
俺たちの学校、あれしか生徒いないのに。
There aren't that many students at our school.
まあ子供の姿がやたらたくさんある。
There's lots of kids here today.
お祭りの賑やかさはやっぱり子供の賑やかさだからね。
It just doesn't feel like a festival unless there are kids running around after all. That's true, I agree.
どうもこんばんは。
Ah, hello and good evening. These two knew everybody we came across. Of course, I greeted them as well, but I still wasn't familiar with everybody yet.
あら、レナちゃん。
Oh, Rena-chan.
この間はお惣菜をありがとうね。
Thanks for the food you brought me a while back.
うちの子も美味しいって喜んでたわ。
My son loved it. He said it was delicious.
いえいえ、
Ah, it was nothing at all.
気に入ってもらえて嬉しいです。
I'm glad he liked it.
カズマサ君にもよろしくお伝えくださいね。
Say hello to Kazumasa-kun for me, please.
よ
Hey,
ー園崎のお嬢ちゃんじゃねえの。
if it isn't Sonozaki Oja-chan.
今年も屋台担いで来てやったぜ。
I'm in charge of a stand again this year, so make sure you come visit.
おっちゃん太った？
Pops, have you gotten fatter?
今からそんなお腹じゃ果ては心筋梗塞だね。
You end up having a heart attack with a gut like that.
この兄ちゃんは新顔だな。
Oh, this kid here is new.
ジョーちゃんの後輩かい？
Are you one of our underclassmen?
うちの部員だよ。
He's one of my members.
期待のニューフェイス。侮ると一晩で屋台潰されるよ。
An upcoming hopeful. If you cross him, you could crush your stand in one night.
ジョーちゃんのお墨付きかい。そりゃお手柔らかに頼むぜ。
You've got a little misty seal of approval, I see. Hope you take it easy on me. As you could imagine, Mian was chatting away with the old guys running the stalls. She fucking treats herself like an old man.
みーちゃん
She fucking hangs out with the old men. She's like, oh, remember the old days. Mii-chan is really energetic after all.
おじさんたちにすごく人気あるの。
She's really popular with the older men. Yeah, because she's probably like talking about fucking going to Bass Pro Shop and shit.
レナも人気あると思うけどな。
I think Rena is pretty popular too,
可愛いし。
being cute and all. That was, of course, so long as her little condition didn't flare up. As long as she's blushing quietly, she's pretty cute.
レナが
I'm...
誰に人気あるのかな。
The Sen is playing 100% orange juice. Popular with some people? Really? Really?
誰かにだよ。
With some people. I evaded giving her a straight answer by roughly tousling her hair.
露天商は町からわざわざ来てくれるんだよ。
The stallkeepers came all the way from
や
town.
っぱりこういうのがないとお祭りは盛り上がらないよね。
It's not really a festival without them after all.
で、それを俺たちは荒らして回るわけか。
So we're gonna mess with them now?
どんな勝負にせよ、俺は負けないぜ。
I don't care what kind of match it is. I'm going to win it.
そうだね。頑張ろう。
Oh yes, I'll try too. Bombs. Oh, it's you. Hey,
遅いですわ、皆様。
you're all very late.
レディーを待たせるとケイチさんもなってないでございますわ。
It's unacceptable to keep a lady waiting, Keiichi-san. Whatever, whatever. I'm on time. Show me your sprite. Funny. Why do you look like that? That's better. This is pretty good.
おお、そりゃすまんな。
Ooh, my bad.
で、その待たせたレディーってのは、
So where is this lady I've kept waiting?
ワンですって。
What did you say? Alright, Satoko was in top form as well. Seems she was all excited about being able to get everybody in the club together for the first time in a while.
リカちゃん、
No kidnapping during the festival, kid! Whoa, Rika-chan, cute! Rena let out an elated sigh. It seemed that the real lady had made her appearance. Yeah!
ですよ、みんな。
It's her, it's the funny one. Show me the sprite. Yeah! Her original sprite is so funny. Good evening, everyone.
ケイチもこんばんはです。
Oh, she's wearing her formal wear. I'm not doing that. I'm wearing some other shit. And even Nikechi as well. Woo! Looking good.
今年も決まってるじゃん。
Sen, stop playing 100% orange juice. You're looking sharp again this year. cute.
お持ち帰り。
Gonna take you home. No. Kidnapping. Told you this a million times. Rika-chan was wearing a Shrine Maiden outfit. Yep. And his little uppers was completely understandable.
リカちゃんの服装は本格
He
派だ
does look
な。
adorable. What can I say? Rika-chan's clothes sure look like the real deal.
これって本物の巫女さんの服か。
Is that a real Shrine Maiden outfit?
うちのバッチャのお手製
My grandmother made them by hand.
結構本格派でしょ。
Son needs their OJ? I guess. But stop giving me Steam notifications for it. They're quite authentic.
リカちゃんはお祭りの最後に大切なお仕事があるからその衣装なの。
Rika-chan has an important role to play at the end of the festival, so she's wearing this. I see. Rika-chan was on the executive committee because she performed all the Shrine Maiden rituals for the festival.
お仕事はお祭りの最後のところだけなのです。
My work is only during the finale of the festival,
まだまだゆっくり遊べますですよ。
so I can still play for a while. Yes, let's cause mischief,
無駄にできないということですわ。
so we cannot afford to waste any time.
参りましょう。
Let us begin.
よっしゃ
Alright. What are we doing? Bombing? Probably. It felt good to wander around the festival with just the 5 of us. Mion called everyone over to a stand that caught her attention and proposed a rather odd competition.
たこ焼き早食い勝負
Takoyaki eating race.
各自購入の上よーいドン
Everyone has to buy their own. Ready? Go! Centered in vendor stalls, the takoyaki stand. What was especially standard for these kind of events was the fact that they were simply balls of dough, takoyaki in name only. It burns! Yeah, it tends to.
大丈夫？
Are you okay, Keiichi-kun?
水お水。
Have some water.
ああ、そんな熱々たこ焼き丸飲みなんて自殺行為でございますわ。
My. Eating those scalding takoyaki whole is suicide. Well, I didn't know
作り置きの
that. I've
冷め
never
たや
eaten
つを
that.
購入するのがコツかな。
I guess the trick is to buy the ready-made ones that have been left there for a while.
実に美味しくないですよ。
They really don't taste good. She seems unbothered. I was the only one bothered by the spice, but I guess I ate like a fresh hot one. The stall next to it was a shaved ice stand. It's still a bit too early in the season for that, but right then it didn't matter.
今度はかき氷にしようぜ。
Let's do shaved ice this time.
完食早食い勝負だ。
It's a shaved ice eating race.
レディーゴー。
Ready, go!
かき氷の早食いなんて無理。
Shaved ice eating race? I can't. Why not?
体温で少しでも溶かせば。
White people be like, as long as you can melt it a bit with your body heat, then
冷たいですな。
it's so cold.
甘
It
いね
tends to be. Not smart.
おじさんはシロップ大盛りで頼んだのさ。
This old man ordered it with plenty of syrup.
混ぜればすぐに溶ける。
It'll melt quickly when it's mixed up. The Stooges were too late. The moment they chose to tackle it head on was their downfall. Phew.
完食だ。
Finished.
ケイちゃんが
Kei-chan is done?
早すぎる。
That was too fast.
まさかケイチ君、後ろの金魚すくいのお水を入れたんじゃ。
It couldn't be. Keiichi-kun, you didn't add water from the goldfish tank behind you, did you?
実に美味しくないですよ。
That can't taste very good. Did I do that? That's disgusting. Next to that was another old favorite. A cotton candy stand.
次はこちらにしませんこと？
Why don't we do this one next?
もちろん早食いですわ。
Of course, it's a speed eating contest.
ねえねえ。
That's just all we're doing is eating shit as quickly as we can. Hey, how do you eat cotton candy quickly?
どうやるんだろう。
How? On Satoko's mark, Mion, Satoko, and I all compressed the cotton candy with our bare hands. The time it took to stick the whole thing in our mouths? 3 seconds.
サトコはともかく、ケイちゃんも気づいてたとはね。
I expected Satoko to figure it out, but I didn't think Kei-chan would too.
俺をいつまでも新入部員扱いしないことだぜ。
I can't have you treat me like I'm a newbie forever, can I?
実に
It won't taste very good. Rika-chan had also crushed it between her hands and stuck it into her mouth.
こんな綿あめの食べ方、きっと日本中でもここだけだよ。
This is probably the only place in Japan where people eat cotton candy like this. I think only Rena's cotton candy was happy with how it was eaten. But it felt like we'd end up doing stuff like eat noodles through the nose contest or human water pump at the goldfish scoop at the rate things were going.
それでもおじさんは勝つけどね。
This old man will probably still win, too.
悪食勝負ではミオンさんにはかないませんわね。
I'm simply no match for Mion-san when it comes to eating repulsive things.
ああ、まったく。
Yeah, seriously.
何あんたたち。
What's up with you guys?
次は焼きそばにブルーハワイかけて食べる勝負にしたいわけ？
Are you telling me you don't want to have a blue Hawaii topped yakisoba eating contest? No, not really. I don't even know what that is. Shake, shake. Both Satoko and I shook our heads in unison.
あのさ、
Um,
今度はちょっと食べ物から離れたゲームにしないかな。しないかな。
can we have a game that doesn't involve food this time? Can we? Rena's proposal was a godsend. It's about time we played a different kind of game. It also seemed like neither Rena nor Rika-chan were any good at speed eating or gorging themselves.
じゃあレナ、次のゲームをあんたに任せるよ。
Okay, Rena, I'll let you pick out the next game.
なんでもいい。
Anything is fine.
じゃあね、じゃ
Killing people contest! Kill as many people as you can. Well then, well
あレナ
then.
は審判だよ。
I'm gonna be the
こ
judge.
のお祭り会場でかいいものを探してくるの。
Find cute things on the festival grounds.
制限時間は1分。
You have 1 minute.
上等ですわ。
Fine by me.
レナの好みは分かってますもの。
I know exactly what Rena likes.
よし、
Alright.
多分あれなら勝てる。
I think I can win with that.
やーい。
Ready? Go!
あれ
Oh?
ケイチ君とリカちゃんはなんでスタートしないんだろう。しないんだろう。
Why aren't Keiichi-kun and Rika-chan starting? Why not? Both have the same strategy. Mion and Satoko dashed off madly, but Rika-chan and I calmly stayed right where we were.
ひょっとしてもう見つけてあるの？かわいいの。
Could it be you've already found it? The cute thing.
もう見つけてありますです。ケイチもですね。
I've already found it. Keiichi too?
ああ、
Yeah.
なんだろうなんだろう。楽しみ。
What is it? What is it? I can't wait. Both Rika-chan and I stood motionless for those moments before Mion and Satoko returned.
こういう形で直接対決するのは初めてだな。
It's probably the first time we've gone head to head like this.
初めてしますです。
It will be the first.
リカちゃん、あれで勝つつもりか。
Rika-chan, you expect to win with that, huh?
僕も部員です。
I'm a member of this club as well.
勝つためなら快速第3条ですよ。
Win by any means is our society's third rule. Rika-chan sneered to the best of her ability. You're on. Both Mion and Satoko came back, each with their own plan of attack stuffed in their arms.
じゃあ順番にね。
Okay then, let's go in order.
1番は部長さんのみーちゃんから。
Let's start with the club president, Mi-chan.
悪いけど、いきなり決めさせてもらうよ。
Too bad, you guys. I'm ending this now.
さんはこれだ。
This old man brought this! Where did she get those? They were old diamond-shaped tin signs.
カレーに蚊取り線香。昔懐かしのブリキ看板だ。どう？
She's finished. Pleb curry, snake coil incense, nostalgic tin signs from the old days. How about this? It's very understated. A little too understated, Mion. I used to see those stuck up on barbed wire fences. They're more nostalgic than cute. Can you explain what part of that is cute? But there were puffs of smoke noisily shooting out of Rena's eyes and nose, almost like a steam train. Ears and nose. I didn't get it. She finds the signs cute, I guess.
次は私が
I guess she likes rustic, nostalgic stuff. I shall be up next.
これでございます。
It is this. It was the hand-drawn poster from the Lady Society's roasted corn stall. It was a really bad sketch done by a housewife. An anthropomorphic roasted corn drawn without any sort of real plan. Its very existence invited a sense of sorrow to the viewer. Weep. That was the sound of blood jetting out of Rena's nose. It seemed to have been rated higher than Mion's. I really didn't get it. Feels like your artistic sense is a little avant-garde by about 5 eons. I think she likes everything. She might like everything.
所詮は量産看板。
Those were nothing but mass-produced signs after all.
手書きには勝てませんわ。
They had no chance against something hand-drawn. I couldn't even begin to follow the way those guys were thinking.
では
I don't know,
次
man.
は僕が行きますですよ。
Then I will be next.
次はリカちゃんか。
Next is Rika-chan, is it?
小道具もなしにどんな手を使うやら。
What could you even do without anything? Did you and Satoko both forget? If Rika-chan felt like it, she could simply... After moving back about 10 yards, she began waddling up to Rena. Seeing that, both Mion and Satoko gasped.
しまった。
Oh no! Too late. Rika-chan tripped over nothing and lay motionless after falling down. Rena hurried over to her.
リカちゃん大丈夫かな。大丈夫かな。
Rika-chan, are you alright? Alright? Rika-chan had a lump on her forehead. Tears welled up in her eyes. Only her fingers peeked out from her sleeves. This was the vital part. The palms of her hands were covered by her sleeves. No, they're not. I can see them right there, dumbass. She made just a single sound.
み
Meep.
かいかい。
I think she expressed it better than I could.
お持ち帰り。
I'm going to take you home.
忘れてましたですの。
I'd completely forgotten about that.
一番身近な手を忘れてましたわ。
Play that I personally had to use. Rena's face went completely red, her head bobbing back and forth with excitement. She embraced Rika-chan and began rubbing her cheek against her.
さすがだぜ。
I'd expect no less from her.
どこまで取っても一部の隙もない。
Not a single element was
ち
overlooked.
びっこ、
She's
ち
tiny.
びっこ、
Shrine Maiden.
涙。
Brink of crying. Meep.
完璧だ。
It was perfect.
ただの苔を燃えにまで昇華した。これぞまさに芸術と呼ぶにふさわしい。
A simple trip. Transcended into pure moe. Now this is what you call art.
ケイちゃんの方がわかんねえセンスしてるよ。
Kei-chan has a pretty weird definition of art. I'll just pretend the sharp sting of those words cutting through me like a razor was a figment of my imagination. Rika-chan turned her gaze to me with a daunting smile as she was caressed by Rena, who was in full cute mode.
さあ、ケイ
That's
チ。
tough, buddy.
僕に勝てますですか。
Now, Keiichi, can you beat me? That cold smile is frightening, Rika-chan. It must just be my imagination, but I see a demon inside her sometimes.
ケイちゃんにも何か秘策があってのことだろうけど、
Kei-chan seems to have his own plan of attack.
何を見せてくれるのかな。
I wonder what he's going to show her.
私としましても、ケイチさんのお手並み拝見でございますわ。
I also wish to observe the play Keiichi-san will make.
ひょっとして、ケイチも芸をしますですね。
Could it be? Is Keiichi also going to give a performance? I basked in their pointed stares. I pulled Rena, who gave no sign of canceling out of cute mode, away from Rika-chan.
はうー、かいのかいの。
Cute thing, cute thing.
ケイチくん、離して。
Keiichi-kun, let go.
今から俺がもっとかわいいのを見せてやるから少し我慢しろ。
I'll show you something even cuter, so just hold on for now. Huh? Oh?
もっとかいいの。
Something even cuter?
だがここはちょっとギャラリーが多い。
But it's a bit too crowded
あ
here.
っちの影へ行こう。
Let's go back there. Rena looked very surprised as I pulled her behind the shrine.
ケイ
I cannot fathom what Keiichi-san could possibly be planning.
ケイちゃんに限って。いや、まさか。
Kei-chan wouldn't stoop to... No, would he?
ファイト王です。
Keep on fighting, yeah. After a bit, I returned. And a bit after that, so did Rena, dragging her feet.
まさかケイちゃんのやつ、ねんねのレナに変なことしたんじゃ。
Do. There's no way that scoundrel Kei-chan did something to innocent little Rena. Mina and Satoko passed by me, heading straight to Rena.
変なことって一体何でございますの？
What exactly did he do to you? For a moment, Rena was too dazed to realize someone was talking to her.
なんだ、みーちゃんか。
Oh, it's Mi-chan. Rena!
大丈夫？ケイちゃんに変なことされなかった？
Are you alright? Did Kei-chan do anything to you?
レナ、変なことは
What
さ
did
れ
I
なか
do?
ったよ。
No, he didn't do anything strange to me.
かなりの重傷ですわ。
This is quite severe.
ケイチさんは一体何を見せましたの？
Exactly what did Keiichi-san show you?
とっても可愛かったよ。
It was so cute.
かわいい？レナ、あんた何を見せられたの？
Leon mad. Cute? What did he show you, Rena? Rena let out a really long huh. Her eyes sparkled as she spoke.
可愛かったよ。ケイチ君のオットセイ。
I saw that. In the blink of an eye, Mion and Satoko's elbows smashed into my face.
何？
I saw what that said. Huh? Huh? What?
レナに汚ねえもん見せやがって。
Showing Rena something so dirty.
この大関つけこましい。
You sick pervert.
重複して差し上げますでございます。
I should have you beaten into oblivion. He deserves that. I don't know about this guy.
違う誤解だ。
Wait, you got it all wrong! A dark billowing aura flowed from Mion and Satoko. It's no good. They're gonna kill me.
みーちゃん、なんだかわかんないけど、誤解だよ。
Mi-chan, I'm not sure what's going on, but you've got it all wrong.
ケイチ君は
You see, Keiichi-kun had...
オットセイさんのキーホルダーですよ。
It's a first seal keychain. Rika-chan stuck her hand in my pocket and pulled out my keychain.
昔、夏休みの宿題で作ったと言ってますです。
He said he made it long ago for one of his summer school assignments.
恥ずかしいので、めったに人に見せないとも言ってますですよ。
He said he doesn't show it... he doesn't show it to others often because it's embarrassing. Yeah,
ちっちゃくて可愛くて、
so small and cute.
精一杯頑張ったって感じがとっても素敵だったよ。
He tried his best to make it. So wonderful.
なんだ。
Oh.
てっきりおじさんはケイちゃんの。あはははは。
This old man thought you meant it was Keiichi's. I thought so too. I thought bad things were
さすが
happening.
ミオさんですわ。
I'd expect no less from Mion-san.
間違える方向もワイルドですこと。
You misconstrued things in the wildest ways. You hit me too! They slung insults at each other and looked like they were ready to tear into each other at any second. I beg of you. I'm in the clear. Would you mind getting off of me? Who took that? I know it was you. I know it was you, man. We were interrupted by the flash of a camera. Man, get
みんな
out of here! Hey, guys.
相変わらず元気そうだね。
You seem energetic as usual. It was Tomitake-san. As I lay crumpled on the ground, Mion and Satoko continued to bicker above me. Rika-chan was patting me on the head, and Rena was still in cute mode. It was probably quite a lively scene.
こんばんはではございますが、レディーに断りもなく お写真を撮るのはエチケット違反でございますことよ。
It's a fine evening indeed, although it's rather poor etiquette to photograph a lady without her permission. Lady? Where?
そうだな。
That's right.
少なくともサトコの許可は必要ない。
At least you don't really need Satoko's permission. You deserve that, man. I can't lie. You think he's part of our girl gang? Yeah, you're not one of the girls, bro. Get out of here. Satoko dug her heel into me.
こんばんは。
Good evening.
明日帰られちゃうんですよね。
Ah, you're heading back tomorrow, aren't you?
素敵な写真はいっぱい撮れましたか？
Were you able to take lots of good photos?
おかげさまでね。
Yes, thanks for asking.
いい絵がたくさん撮れたよ。
I got plenty of good shots.
富武のおじさまに会えるのも今晩限りなのね。
It's the nice last we can see old Tomitake-sama, isn't it?
お名残惜しいですわ。
Such a shame.
いい加減とっととメジャーデビューしてくださいよね。
Hurry up and have your major breakout soon.
相変わらず口が悪いな。
You're just as rude as ever, aren't you?
その毒舌もまた半年聞けないかと思うと残念だよ。
I really am sad I'm able to hear that voice of yours for almost half a year.
せいぜい今夜を楽しんでらしてくださいな。
You should have as much fun as you can tonight.
明日の夜にはもう東京なんですからね。
You'll be back in Tokyo tomorrow, after all. I tabbed out of the game. Oopsie.
そうだね。
That's true.
星が見える夜空なんて
It'll be another 6 months. Another what? Another what? That's gonna mean nothing to any of y'all. I don't think y'all are on brain rot Twitter like
ま
me.
た半年
Except for Jaden, I think he knows. So I can enjoy another night where I can see the stars. Tomitake-san looked up at the night sky cheerfully. At that moment, even though he was smiling, I sensed a bit of sadness.
富武さん、いっそ住めばいいじゃないですか。
Why don't you move here, Tomitake-san?
南沢。
In Hinamizawa. Tomitake-san was speechless.
確かに不便なとこです。
It's not very convenient here.
店もないし、
No
娯楽
shops,
もないし、何もないかもしれないけど。
or recreational spots. There might not be anything really here, but, you know. Everyone knew what I was trying to say. Tomitake-san was also well aware. Serena, Mion, Satoko, and Rika-chan. None of them butted in.
俺はまだここに引っ越してきて一月も経たないからよくわからないけど。
I've only been here for less than a month, so I don't really know everything about it. Normally, I'm a really talkative guy, but in situations like this, I'm at a loss for words. Even though all this was happening in such a boisterous setting, I felt like all the background noise was fading into the distance.
ここにはきっと。
This place is probably... Tomitake-san rested his hand on me gently, silencing me.
ありがとな。
Thank you,
ケイチ君、
Keiichi-kun.
ミオンちゃんにレナちゃん、
Mion-chan and Rena-chan.
サトコちゃんにリカちゃん。
Sadako-chan and Rika-chan. Tomitake-san's smile was so slight it looked as if it was going to crumble at any minute, but it was warm.
僕もここに住めたらきっと楽しいだろうなって思うよ。
I also think it'd be great if I could live here. Those might have been cruel words coming from a kid who didn't need to worry about working to feed himself. A hand touched my back. It was Rena. I need to drink a liquid.
ケイチ君、大人をいじめちゃかわいそうだよ。
Keiichi-kun, you shouldn't pick on adults. It's not nice. I wasn't picking on him. I was just saying, why don't you move here, man? I just didn't really, think about that. The background clamor of the festival returned.
またしばらくのお別れなんですからね。
We won't be seeing him for a while after all.
今夜は富武さんにもたくさん楽しんでもらわなくっちゃ。
We need to make sure Tomitake-san also enjoys tonight. When Rena smiled, the mood instantly got brighter.
そうだね。ぜひそうさせてもらうよ。
That's true. I think I'll do just that.
あ、
Ah.
ねえねえみーちゃん、
Hey, Mi-chan.
どうだろう。
How about it?
富武さんを部活に入部させてあげるのは。
Can we let Tomitake-san in our club activities? Oh, he is joining the girls group. Okay. That's a great idea. Or so I thought. Mion had a snobbish look on her face.
入部条件の一つにひなみ沢在住ってのがあるんだけどね。
One of the requirements for membership is residence in Hinamizawa, you see.
そんなみーちゃん、今日くらい意地悪しなくても。
Come on, Michan, just for today. Don't be mean.
コツコツ毎年来てるからね。名誉市民と認定してあげよう。
Well, he does come around often every year. I'll make him an honorary citizen.
やった
Fine, I guess you can be one of the girls. Whoa, yay! He gets to be a girl. Now
ーこ
then,
んな旬を過ぎたご老体にこの私の相手が務まるんでございましょうかしら。
I wonder if this aged fellow, well past his prime, will be a match for me. Aged fellow past his prime. He's like 20-something. Come on.
老快な大人の知恵を見せてもらいましょうです。
Let's have him show us the wisdom of a mature adult. He's 20-something! Oh, I'm gonna die.
へへ俺たちの若さについてこられるかな
Yeah, can you keep up with us youngins? Tomitake-san stepped back slightly at our audacious grins.
部長、園崎美音の名において、名誉市民富武氏の我が部への入部を許可する。
I, Mion Sonozaki, club president, do hereby authorize honorary citizen Tomitake's entry into our club. Worst decision of this dude's life? No, he's gonna get beaten to death in this club. Her words were quickly drowned out by our cheers.
なんだいその部活ってのは。
What do you mean by club?
我が部はだな、複雑化する社会に対応するため、活動ごとに提案される様々な条件か、時には準拠。
What our club does, you see, in order to cope with our complicated society, perform various activities with various rules. Sometimes they are in your
あるい
favor,
は逆境からいかにして。
sometimes they work against you. That's the exact shit that was told to me when I first joined. We just have our fucking tagline.
レナは弱いからいじめないでほしいな。仲良くやろうね。
I'm pretty weak, so I'd prefer you not single me out. Let's try to get along. That's also exactly what she said.
子供のごっこ遊びと侮るつもりなら好都合でございますわ。
If you wish to mock our childish games, then this would be the perfect opportunity.
身ぐるみ剥いで
We'll leave you with nothing.
地獄の底に叩き落としてやるぜ。
We won't even leave the hairs on your butt.
つまりみんなでゲームして遊ぶ部活です。
So it's a club where we play games together. Of course, Rika-chan was the only one to give an answer that made sense.
よーし、望むところだよ。
Alright, just what I wanted.
その挑戦を受けて立とうじゃないか。
I'll take you up on that challenge. Make him eat slop from a bucket!
他
Now!
に頼むよ、先輩方。
Don't be too rough on me, my mentors. Tomitake-san got riled up and did a victory pose like he was 10 years younger. He's 20-something. He's not old. Stop it. That's perfect. We continued walking through the festival with Mion in the front. Now we looked like a family of 6. It had some intensity to it.
ルールはいつも通り。ビリにはもちろんお約束の罰ゲーム。
Same rules as always. The loser will, of course, be subject to a penalty. Tomitake-san was a bit surprised, but to us it was just the same as always. Regardless of how terrible a penalty it was.
負けなきゃいいんだからね。
Just don't lose! Rena was also brimming with determination. She didn't have any intention of losing.
そうだな。
It's true. I tousled Rena's hair to lighten the mood. She giggled to hide her embarrassment.
なるほど。これが童心ってやつなんだな。
I see. This is what it means to feel like a kid again. Tomitake-san whispered that to nobody in particular. At that moment, we heard an old man call out in a strong voice. Looking over, I realized it was the man Mion had greeted right before the festival.
来たかい。
You're here.
園崎の嬢ちゃん。今年は大人数みたいじゃねえの。
Little Miss Sonozaki. Seems you brought quite the crowd.
あんたの店、根こそぎかっさらいに来たよ。
We came to eradicate your entire stall. The stall was a shooting gallery. It was the usual setup where you had to knock down the prize you wanted with a cork gun.
ルールは簡単。
The rules are simple.
3発撃って得られた景品のデカさで勝負しよう。
3 shots. The winner is whoever gets the biggest prize. Everybody shouted their agreement. I gotta get this hair out of my face again. That shit's back. It's still on my face. I'm gonna go insane. There we go. Teddy! Yeah, he's right there. And I don't know what that little green creature is to the left, but... There was no need to consider how to win, since the condition for victory was simply size. The biggest prize at the stall, it went without question. It was that one, wasn't it?
クマさん、かわいいよ。
Whoa, that teddy bear. Cute. Rena was gazing longingly at a large stuffed animal. It was intentionally placed on an unsteady platform, so it's possible to get it if you hit the right spot.
と一瞬思わせる絶妙な配置が見事だな。
It's magnificently set up to make someone think that.
さすがケイチさ
Not bad, Keiichi-san.
ん。一発でカンパすると思いましたわ。
I figured you would see through this scam instantly.
ここは無難にキャラメルや人形を狙うのが定石のようだね。
The most logical course of action would be to aim for some candy or a doll. The intent analysis had already begun. Supposed to be intense? In this club, you'll get eaten alive if you don't come prepared. Everything hinges on what plan you can come up with before the main event. At some point, a large crowd had gathered around us, making a big fuss. There was this much of a following for our club's infamous event? Shit, we got fans?
を落とせれば勝利は確定しますですね。
Knocking that bear down ensures a win.
3発しかないんだぜ。
Only 3 shots.
それを確かめるために使うには重いな。
To use them while just trying. That'd be rough.
はいはい。
Hey,
他のお客さんも待ってるんだぜ。
I have other customers waiting, you know.
最初のチャレンジャーは誰からだい？
Who's up first?
先に挑戦した方が楽な景品を狙えて有利かもしれないけど、鉄砲の癖が見えないうちの挑戦は危険だね。
The first one has the advantage of being able to aim for the easier prizes. It's dangerous to compete without knowing the gun's quirks. Tomitake-san's take on the situation was pretty good. He gets what our club is about.
じゃあさ、公平にじゃんけんで決めるのはどうかな。どうかな。
Well then, to be fair, how about using rock, paper, scissors to decide? How about it?
結局それしかないかね。
They know we the toughest gang in Inimizawa. True. That's really the only way. Rock, paper, scissors. After a couple of matches, it ended up with Mion being first.
一番は避けたかったんだけど、ま、ハンデってことにしとくかな。おっちゃん、10。
I didn't want to end up first. Oh well, I'll just think of it as a handicap. Gramps, gun.
それよ。
Here you go. When the shooting range guy handed her a rifle, Mion looked it over intently. She didn't forget to check the cork bullet
オ
either.
ッケー。
Okay.
この銃はおろしたてだね。
This gun is brand new, isn't it?
癖はなし。悪くない。
No faults. Not bad. Mion raised the gun in one swift motion. It's completely different from her careful inspection. She was shooting from the hip. Fire. Reload. Fire. Reload. Oh, he's awesome. Fire! Flop. Flop, flop. 3 candy boxes fell, one after the other. A big haul. The crowd paused and in a moment of awe and then erupted in cheers. Sweet.
やるでございますわ。
That was quite good. Tomitake-san was at a loss for words after seeing such shooting prowess.
すごいよみーちゃん。
Amazing, Michan.
3つ。
3! Her accuracy was incredible. Her choice of targets wasn't bad either. The 3 Mion had gone after were fairly large and pretty easy to knock over. They were all targets with a very high return on investment.
2番手は誰？
Who's up next?
さとこ？
Satoko?
気をつけて。弾が軽い。
Careful, the bullets are light. That's a lie! She's trying to trick her, they're actually heavy. Next was Satoko. Her rifle looked a bit big for her lithe body, but it didn't seem like she had any problem with the weight.
やはりここは大物狙いで行かせてもらいますわ。
course, I shall aim for the grand prize. She proclaimed that she was going after the teddy bear. Damn, Sadako, such a bold move.
クマさんを落とせばその時点でさとこちゃんのトップは確定するね。
The moment she knocks it over, she's guaranteed to be in first.
さとこちゃん頑張れ。
Good luck, Satoko-chan. Satoko was the opposite of Mion. She aimed at the target quite carefully and squeezed the trigger.
弾が軽いですわ。
These bullets are too light. The first two bullets struck the bear in the torso, but it only shifted a bit. You need to aim higher towards the head or it won't work. Satoko's third bullet wasn't aimed at the bear, but at the candy box below its arm.
残念でございますけれど、私にクマは2が勝ちすぎているみたいですわね。
Hate to say, but it appears the bear is just too much for me. Lame. I would get the bear. She went boldly after the big catch, but since she switched over to less impressive prey at the last second, the crowd only gave a strained laugh. Were they laughing because she lacked the courage? These fools know nothing.
さとこいい仕事するじゃん。腕を上げたね。
Fine attempt, Satoko. You've gotten better. The palm of Mion's outstretched hand went plump as it tapped down lightly on Satoko. She appeared to just be talking hot air, but this was actually completely calculated. Damn that Satoko. Just to avoid being in last place, she dared to switch over to an easy target. Without shame or honor. Magnificent.
クマはレナさん
She is without honor, isn't she? She's fucking evil. I'll allow you to take the bear, Rena-san.
健闘をお祈りしましたよ。
I pray for your victory. Okay, okay.
ありがとね、さとこちゃん。
Thanks so much, Satoko-chan.
クマさん。
She wants that bear bad. Oh, Mr. Bear's so cute. Rena was up next. She couldn't hit the broadside of a barn as regular Rena. She said that bear was cute.
レナちゃんはどうだろうね。
Wonder how Rena-chan will do.
一つくらい当たるといいんだけれど。
I hope she's able to hit at least one.
富武さんはちょっとレナを甘く見てますね。
You're underestimating Rena, Tomitaki-san. Eh. It's Rena, you know. It's Rena Ryugu, you know. If it was to get that teddy bear... She got it, didn't she? Tomitaki-san wheeled around to see what all the commotion the spectators are making was about. If it was to get that bear, she'd be able to shoot through a pinhole. The one known as Rena Ryugu could do it.
揺れてる揺れてるよ。かいよ。
Shaking, it's shaking. Oh, cute. Rena couldn't hide her excitement over the bear's slow rocking. Now Rena couldn't lose.
さすがレナさんですわ。
Not bad, Rena-san.
冷静を失えば失うほどに。
The less collected you become,
強い。
the stronger you get. Another big cheer. Rena's bullet hit the bear's forehead again. Not enough. The bear seemed to wobble more than before.
でも無理かもしれませんですね。
But it might not be possible.
いやー、わからないよ。
You never know.
レナちゃんの腕だったらひょっとすると。
With the Rena-chan skill, it might be. While Tomitake-san was just as excited as the crowd, Rika-chan's analysis was not swayed by emotion. If Rena had 10 more shots, then she could surely knock it over. With just one more, no matter how you looked at it, no go. The crowd let out a dejected groan. She had shot it right in the forehead 3 times. It was a bit late, but they gave her a good round of applause for the attempt.
クマさん
She wants the bear so bad. Oh, Mr. Bear, take him home. Oh. She should be praised for her valor, but she had no trophies to show for it. Then, at that moment, the old man flicked one of the candy boxes with his finger and handed it to Rena.
こいつはジョーちゃんのだぜ。
This is for you, little lady.
くれるの？
Huh? You're giving this to...
レナに？
to me?
あんなすげえの見せられて手ぶらで返しちゃ、お天道様に申し訳が立たねえぜ。
The gods wouldn't forgive me if I let you go home empty-handed after such a display. There was another shower of applause. Rena turned bright red and I pulled her back over to us by her hand.
頑張ったじゃないかよ。
You did a good job.
かわいいモードのレナにゃ驚かされるぜ。
Your cute mode really surprised me.
はあ、惜しかったよ、クマさん。
I really wanted Mr. Bear. It was easy to see that it only needed a little more to be knocked over. Rena had done quite a lot for me. I still needed to pay her back for that delicious picnic.
よっしゃ、そんなら俺が。
Alright, then I'll
僕が取ったらプレゼントするよ。
get it and give it to you. You stay out of this, you demon! What? Tomitake-san had stolen the words right out of my mouth. Okay, okay.
お願いね、富武さん。
Please, Tomitake-san. Good luck. Damn you, old man Tomitake. Stealing the good parts for yourself. A small hand stretched over and fell gently on my head just before I was overcome with frustration.
ケイイチもファイト王ですよ。
You keep on fighting too, Keiichi, okay? Tomitake-san carefully studied the bear. Setting his sights, he shouldered the rifle while holding the other two shots in his hand. Hmm?
どういうことだ？
Why is he doing that?
間違いない。
Yes, no doubt.
富武のおっさんの狙いは
Tomitake-san is aiming for... The time between shots was short. It was meaningless to shoot again once it stopped shaking. So Tomitake-san was relying on rapid fire to win the battle. It was visibly wobbling much more than it ever had before. That was all. It still didn't fall over.
残念だった。
Too bad. All of Rena's momentary expectation from watching it sway violently turned into a dejected sigh. Couldn't talk.
結構いけると思ったんだけどな。
I really thought it would work.
男だとキャラメルはもらえないようでございますわね。
Seems that since you're a man, you will not be receiving any candy. That was it. It meant Tomitake-san had no spoils of war.
つまりケイちゃんとリカちゃんは手堅く楽なものを撃ち落とせばビリ回避ってわけだね。
So both Kei-chan and Rika-chan can just shoot down a sure, easy prize and avoid being dead last.
ビリ回避か。
Avoid being the loser, huh?
あ、すみませんね。
Oh, sorry about that.
今度はケイイチ君の番だよ。検討。
Give me that bear! It's your turn next, Keiichi-kun. Best of luck. I was the fifth shooter. I took the rifle from Tomitake-san. If I took the ruthless route as Mion had suggested, then I'd go for something insignificant. Except, when I picked up the rifle, I definitely got a feeling from it. It was burning passion. Passed down to me by Tomitake-san. The regret of not being man enough to fell the bear that Rena wanted. Yes, that's right. If I didn't aim for the bear, then I wouldn't be a man.
約束しちまったからな。
After all, that was my
レ
promise
ナに。
to Rena. Huh? Huh?
約束ってなんだろうなんだろう。
What promise? What?
あのクマを撃ち落として
To shoot down that
レ
bear.
ナにプレゼントするって。
Then give it to Rena. That one.
それって。
You mean... Yes, I will get the bear. The crowd went wild when they saw our conversation. Cool, Oni-chan. Show us what you've got. That's not it, fine men of the crowd. I didn't do this, then Rena might mug the old man running the stall on his way home. No, that's not it. That's not it at all. Can't I just express my honest feelings?
ケイチさんも男を見せますのね。
Keiichi-san surely talks the talk.
でも実際どうやってクマを落とす気ですの？
How do you actually intend to bring down the bear?
レナや富武の玉で幾分傾きはしましたですが、難しいと思いますです。
Rena and Tomitaki-san's shots did make it tilt a bit, but I think finishing the job will be difficult. But I've got this.
も
Keiichi-kun.
っと素早い連射力があれば一撃ごとの揺れにパワーを上乗
My
せできる
neck hurts again. My posture's bad, I think. Only there was some way to shoot faster. I'd be able to pile more power on from the sway of each hit.
頑張ってケイチ君。
Good luck, Keiichi-kun. Yes, ma'am. I will do this. After taking 2 deep breaths, I shouted over to the
鉄
guy.
砲をもう2丁貸してくれ
2 more rifles! Huh? The crowd murmured amongst themselves.
ケイチさんは何を企んでいるのでしょう。
Wonder what Keiichi-san is up to.
一人じゃ3丁は使えないですのよ。
One person can't handle 3 rifles at once. Watch me. I'm about to do it. So,
読めたよ。
I get it.
ケイちゃんも考えたじゃん。
Nice thinking, Kei-chan. Mion was able to figure it out magnificently.
つまり一番時間がかかってるのがこのコルク玉の装填なんだよ。
Basically, what was taking the most time was reloading the shot.
そうだよね。
That's right.
じゃあ先に弾を詰めた鉄砲を3つ並べておけば。
Then, by putting 3 preloaded rifles next to each other, Tomitaki-san went silent, peering at me and the bear through his lens. The photographer's blood predicted a miracle will occur. And then the crowd finally picked up on what I was planning. They let out a great cheer. They chanted my name, Keiichi. They know me? Oh yeah, everyone here knows me. Rapid fire is the key. If I missed, all is for naught. Phew. After letting out a deep breath, I paused. Relax. Now! That moment felt like time itself had stopped. I felt like I could see the trajectory of the bullets. Hit it. And knock it down. The first shot hit the bear on its head. The second. The third. The bear swayed hard. And then... Oh! It fell! Neo? Now he's Neo. Cheers began before the stuffed animal even finished falling off the shelf. The guy caught it before it hit the ground and tossed it over to me.
まさか本当に落としやがるとはな。
You actually knocked it over.
乾杯だぜ。
You got me.
すごいや。おめでとう、ケイチ君。
My hand hurts. Amazing. Congratulations, Keiichi-kun.
ケイチさんも頭を使えるようになりましたわね。
Keiichi-san has finally learned how to use his head.
少しは見直
Hey,
しましたですが
I am smart as hell. I see you in a slightly better light now.
俺一人で落としたわけじゃないぜみんなで当てて少しずつずらして落としたんだ
I didn't do it all by myself. Everyone hit it, and those small bits together brought it down.
こいつは俺たち全員の戦果だぜ
This trophy belongs to all of us.
そうそう全員の力の結晶だね。
Right. This is from all of us working together.
ミー
He still
は
hasn't gone
一
though.
発も当ててませんです
Me didn't hit it a single time. Ugh. After holding up the teddy bear like it was a championship trophy, I handed it over to Rena.
そうだ
Here.
こいつは俺からいやみんなからだな
This is from me. No, from
い
everyone.
つもうまい弁当ありがとな
Thanks for always making your delicious lunches. Rena, thinking she was never actually going to get it, was momentarily speechless.
ダメだよケイチ君だって
My
これはみ
arms
んなの
hurt. I can't, Keiichi-kun. This is everyone's after all.
じゃあ落としたのは俺
In that case, I was the one who knocked it
だか
down.
らこれは俺の
And it's mine.
俺のだからレナにやる
It's mine, so I'm giving it to Rena. I pushed the stuffed animal towards her again. This time, she embraced and accepted it.
俺が引っ越してきてからいろいろ面倒を見てくれたよな。
You watched out for me ever since I moved here, after all.
すげえ感謝してるんだぜ。
I'm really grateful, you see.
ありがとな。
Thanks a lot.
ケイチくんありがとう。
Thanks so much. Rena dove at me. Is she gonna fucking tackle me? Mion told me a few days later that Rena kissed me, but I didn't realize it during all the excitement at the time. I remembered what I was trying to say to Tomotaki-san earlier. There really isn't much of anything here. There are lots of things you can't find anywhere else. I gained a lot from coming to Hinamizawa, especially at that moment. The crowd's cheers echoed on and on. From the altar set up in front of the shrine, the drums echoed with a booming echo. I didn't read that right, did I? It was the finale of the festival.
じゃあ僕はお先に行くですよ。
I'll be going off ahead then.
おっと、
Uh-oh.
僕も早く行っていいポジションを確保しないとな。
I need to go and get myself a good spot too.
じゃあみんな、後ほど。
Well then, everyone, see you in a bit. Both Riga-chan and Tomotaki-san gave their farewells and disappeared into the crowd.
二人ともお勤めしっかりでございますよ。
I wish both of you the best in your endeavors.
ささ
Now,
参りましょうでございます。
shall we be off?
うんリカちゃんのあで姿を見に行きますかね
Yeah, might as well go see Riga-chan's charming figure. Let's go.
あ、
Yeah.
あれ、レナは
Huh? Where's Rena?
何やってんだよ。
What are you doing?
ケイチくん
Kechi-kun. Mei-chan, save me. What did you do? Since she was carrying such a ridiculously large stuffed animal, she was being carried by the flow of people.
何やってんだあいつ。
What is she doing?
馬の世話で手一杯なんだな。
She must have her hands full taking care of that bear.
じゃあケイちゃんにはレナの世話を頼むかね
Shall I leave Rena in your care, Kei-chan?
私はサトコの世話で忙しいし
I have my hands full taking care of Satoko.
誰がミオンさんの世話になるでございますの？
Who would want to be looked after by you, Mion-san?
痛い。
I know, you
手を
probably.
引っ張らないでくださいまし。
Ouch, please don't pull on my arm. Grounded. Before losing sight of Mion, I grabbed the back of Rena's collar.
ケイチくん、そこ違う。掴むとこ違う。
Kechi-kun, not there. Don't grab me there.
注文のうるさいやつだな。
Why are you so
ど
bossy?
こならいいんだ
Where can I grab then? A hand, probably, bruh. I didn't feel ashamed at all. Rena was ashamed enough for the both of us. I grabbed onto Rena's hand and dashed after Mion and the others.
置いてかれる。
We're gonna be late.
早く行こうぜ。
Let's hurry up. Yeah. I didn't realize Rena's hand was so delicate. Maybe she needed a bit more exercise and nutrition? That wasn't what I meant, not at all. My ears burned. Oh, my ears burn. I tried to keep calm. I repeated the phrase, keep it together, Keiichi-Maibara, in my mind, but it didn't look like I'd be able to anytime soon. I really didn't want Rena to see my face then, so I pushed onwards, dragging her along without looking back even once. There was already a huge group of people gathered at the altar in front of the shrine. The fire at the altar made it as bright as midday and just as hot. There was a pile of futons warded with a sanctified rope in front of the altar. Come to think of it, they did say it was a festival where they did something with the cotton futons.
ケイチさん、
This red background is crazy. Keiichi-san,
レナさん、
Rena-san,
こちらでございますのよ。
we're over here. Satoko waved her hand from the front row.
お、すまんすまん。
Ah, sorry. Making our way through the mass of people, we reached the spot they'd saved.
どうちょっとはレナとドキドキできた
How was it? Were you able to have a little bit of excitement with Rena?
やっぱりてめえ、そういうつもりだったのか。
You punk. So that's what your plan was. Instead of replying, Mion gave us a perverse grin.
レナはどうだった
Hey, was it Rena?
ケイちゃんの手って意外に大きいとか思わなかった
Was Kei-chan's hand bigger than you thought it would be? Did you punch her? Oh no. Rena turned bright red, puffs of steam shooting out of her. Oh, yes, she did. I heard something slice through the air and turned around to see Mion on the ground with a welt on her face.
ミオン、お前いつ食らったんだ？
Mion, when were you hit?
ハウのハとウの間くらいだったかな
Between the ha and u of her how, I think.
レナ、
Rena,
照れ隠しに友達を殴るのは良くないぞ。
it's not good to punch your friends to hide your embarrassment.
レナ殴ってないよ。知らないもん。
I didn't hit her. Whatever. Mm-hmm. Thump. The thunderous beat of the drum echoed, silencing the crowd.
お静かになさいませ。始まりですわ。
Must all be quiet. It's beginning. It was a solemn ritual. Rika-chan entered dressed as a shrine maiden, followed by members of the municipal committee. The elders all looked at Rika-chan and clasped their hands in praise. The only thing allowed to disturb the profound silence was the flash from Tomitake-san's camera.
リカちゃんが持ってるあのでかいのはなんだ？
What's the big thing Rika-chan is holding?
祭事用のクワだよ。
A hoe that's used for this festival.
巫女さんしか触っちゃいけない神聖な農具なの。
It's a sacred farming tool that only the shrine maiden may touch. It was an awkward shape for a piece of farm equipment, not uncommon for something used in rituals. After reciting a Shinto prayer, Rika-chan approached the pile of futons gathered at the altar. She swung the hoe skillfully, plowing it into the futons. Each and every little movement of this performance probably had to be done in a certain way. Without a doubt, this was a ritual.
今度はなんだ？
What's next?
布団叩きかな？
Airing out futons?
あれはね、人間に代わって冬の病魔を吸い取ってくれたお布団を清めてるの。
She's purifying the futons, which sacrificially absorbed winter's illnesses for those using them.
ケイちゃんのお布団叩きって表現もまあ外れじゃないかね
So when Kei-chan said airing out futons, he wasn't completely wrong. I swear the airing out futons part was in my mind. Was I not paying attention? I wasn't paying attention. Rika-chan's face was already dripping with sweat. That hoe was probably really heavy. She staggered side to side with the momentum of each swing. Satoko looked on, silently lending her support.
心配か？
Worried?
リカは毎日お餅つきの杵で練習してましたですの。
Rika practiced every single day with a mochi
きっ
hammer.
とやりきるでございますわ。
She will certainly prevail. Satoko's hands were sweaty, and whenever Rika-chan started to sway a little, she held her breath.
ミオンとかは巫女役立候補しなかったのかよ。
Why wasn't Miona candidate to beat the Shrine Maiden?
リカちゃんにあの重さは気の毒だよ。
Feels wrong having Rika-chan swing around something so heavy.
そりゃ頼まれりゃやるけどね
I'd do it if they asked me, you know.
まあ誰にでも務まるものでもないし
Well, it's not something just anyone can do.
そうだよな。
That's true.
巫女は清らかじゃないとダメだもんな。
Shrine Maidens need to be pure, after all. I expected that. Mion drove her elbow into my side. With the thud of the big drum, Rika-chan gave a solemn bow and descended from the altar. That triggered a round of generous applause. After the Shinto priest had raised up the cleansed futons like a portable altar, all the spectators stood up. Following after the priest, we all marched on at a moderate pace. They descended the shrine's giant stairs in a line.
今度は何が始まるんだ？
What's happening now?
布団を川で洗濯か？
Washing the futons in the river?
だから綿流しだってば。
Watanagashi means setting cotton adrift, you know. River time! The procession continued right up to the bank of the stream. The fire was stoked high and it was bright as day here, too. People started crowding around it and clamoring.
はい、順番。
Alright, get in line.
並ぶよ、ケイチ君。
Line up, Keiichi-kun. I wondered what was up. Maybe we'd get some holy wine? Red and white bean buns? No.
食べ物じゃないよ。
It's not food.
だから綿。
Said it was cotton. Ah, but of course. They didn't call it the Watanagashi for nothing. I finally understood. The municipal committee members pulled out the cotton from inside the futons and balled it up like mochi, handing it out to people. Rena dove into the line and brought out some for me as well. We then proceeded to the bank of the
ケ
stream.
イチ君は初めてだから、レナのやり方を真似するんだよ。
Since it's your first time, Kichi-kun, just copy what I do. She held the cotton in her right hand and, waving her hand as if to purify it, she touched it to her forehead, chest, navel, and both thighs.
これを3回繰り返すの。心の中では、お社様ありがとうって唱えるんだよ。
You do this 3 times, and silently give thanks to Oyashiro-sama.
お社様ってなんだよ。あの神社の神様の名前か？
Oyashiro-sama? What's that? The name of the shrine's god?
ひなみ沢の守り神様なの。
Yes, it's the guardian deity of Hinamizawa.
ご利益もあるけど、たたりもあるんだからね。
It brings about both miracles and
ち
curses,
ゃんと敬わないとダメだよ。
so you must be sure to show respect. Sound like a pretty frightening god. But, well, when in Rome. I was officially a resident of Hinamizawa now, after all. Doing as Rena showed me, I touched the cotton over myself 3 times. Thank you, Oyashiro-sama. Thank you, Oyashiro-sama. Oyashiro-sama.
これでね、体についてた悪いのが、この綿に吸い取られたの。
This way, all the evil that possesses you is sucked out by the cotton.
あとは沢の流れにそっと流してね。
Then you let it...
はい。
I'm sorry, I interrupted you, Rena. Then you let it gently drift away on the stream, and you're done. Together, Rena and I set our pieces of cotton afloat on the surface of the water. The flowers of cotton blooming in the water had sucked out all the bad illnesses from Hinamizawa and drifted off, disappearing into the distance. It was wonderful, like those floating lantern festivals I'd seen on TV. The best part, though, was feeling like this rite of passage had made me a true resident of Hinamizawa. I live here now. What a good time! Oh, I had such fun!
はじめはちょっとした不安だった。誰かを傷つけたいなんて考えもしなかった。それでも不安は孤独を生んで疑念へと変わり、やがて黒い殺意が心を闇に閉ざし
I'm not
て
gonna talk over this.
戻らない日常。少年は足を踏み出す。その先が奈落の底だとも気づかずに。鬼隠し。信じたいと思う気持ちが生んだ悲劇。流した涙は懺悔か、それとも怨恨か。
Is that in the log? No. Staring off from the stream, I somehow got separated from Rena. I wasn't very lonely, though. I know this place now. This is where I live, my home. It's probably better if I just stay here instead of wandering around aimlessly. Someone would surely find me while I was enjoying the evening breeze. I heard a familiar voice. It was Tomitake-san's. I headed towards it.
どうですか、富武さん。
Hi.
いい写真はいっぱい撮れましたか？
What was that little whole thing? That was interesting. How did it go, Tomitake-san? Were you able to get some good shots?
ああ、おかげさまでね。
I'm sure that's nothing. Uh-huh. Yeah, fortunately. Tomitake-san was with a girl. I felt a little like I was intruding.
ケイチ君はどうだったかしら？
I don't know you. Funny looking! Oh, I forgot how he looks in the original. He looks funny as fuck. Yo, he's ripped in the remake. I forgot. They give him camo pants too. Look how different. I'm just looking at how different they look. It's funny. Her outfit is much lamer in the console, unfortunately. See, like, they took away her cool shirt and gave her that. I'm sorry, she looks better in the remake, honestly. Because look, they also got rid of that little pin on her. What's the deal? See, it's not there. Unless it's on her side, but I can't see it. How was it, Keiichi-kun? Did you enjoy the festival? From the way she spoke, it seemed like she was a resident of Hinamizawa. I really should try harder to remember people's faces here. What was her name?
楽しかったです。
Well, it was fun. My face must have given away how desperately I was trying to remember her name, because she gave a light-hearted chuckle.
ケイチ君はまだ引っ越してきて日が浅いんだそうだね。
It's probably because it hasn't been long since you moved here.
他の子たちととても親しげだったからとてもそうは思えなかったよ。
It's pretty hard to believe, seeing how friendly you've gotten with the other kids. That's how it looked. It was probably all thanks to Rena and Mion.
あなたも今日のお祭りに参加して自分がひなみ沢の人間になれたんだって自覚できたんじゃないかしら。
Perhaps you feel more like a resident of Hinamizawa after taking part in the festival today?
どうなんでしょうね。
I wonder about that.
おやケイチ君らしくない返事だね。
Oh, that's not like you. I tried to get used to Hinamizawa, but there were still plenty of things I didn't know. Faces of people I'd met, for example. Things that had happened in the past as well.
なんだ。
Oh.
その程度のことで君は疎遠に感じていたのかい？
You feeling left out because of something like that?
疎遠なんて大げさなもんじゃないですよ。
It's not so much as feeling left out.
ただなんていうのか。
It's just, I'm not sure how to say it. That incident at the damn construction site. Fighting over it and other conflicts. That terrible incident they pretended they didn't even know about whenever I brought it up. Even though it was in the past, as someone living in Hinamizawa, it wasn't wrong to want to know about both the good and bad that had happened there.
それを知ることで君が納得するなら僕の知っている範囲で何でも教えるよ。
It'll put you at ease, and I'll tell you everything I know. It's weird how often there's those little quotes where, like, that's not Keiichi saying stuff out loud, but they seem to be able to just read my mind. It's weird. Tomitake-san's smile made me more relieved than I'd ever been. It was hard to think of what to ask when someone said ask me anything, though. Even when there was so much I wanted to ask.
じゃあダム工事について聞かせてください。
Then, can you tell me about what happened when the dam was being constructed?
ひなみ沢が水没するとかいう大事件だったんですよね。
There was a big incident where Hinamizawa was going to be submerged, right?
ダムについては多分ここの人に聞いた方が詳しいと思うけ
Don't
ど
mind me
な。
fucking cracking my knuckles here. I think the locals will be more knowledgeable about the dam than I am.
僕が知っている範囲でいいんなら
Well, if you don't mind, I'll tell you what I know.
新聞で読んだ程度だけどね。
It's only what I read in the newspapers, though. Tomitake-san's eyes entered an unfocused gaze as he searched through his memory. Then he spoke.
ダムの計画が決まったのは7、8年くらい前なんだ。
The decision to start the dam project was finalized 7 or 8 years ago.
黒部に次ぐ巨大な計画だったと聞いてるね。
I heard it was the next largest project after the one in Kurobe. There were 3 major issues in Japan at that time. Improving inter-island transportation infrastructure, meeting the higher demand for electricity, and flood control. There was a boom of dam building due to the massive economic stimulus they provided, on top of generating electricity and flood control. Hinamizawa had the right conditions to support dam construction, so it was singled out.
ダムの完成に伴って生まれるダム湖はかなりの面積になったらしいね。
The dam reservoir would have covered quite a lot of ground when it was completed.
このひなみ沢からずーっと上流の矢郷地あたりまでが全部沈むことになったらしい。
The entire area, right up to Yaguchi, way upstream, would be underwater.
しかしなんだって人が住んでるひなみ沢にわざわざダムを作るんですか？
But why do they have to pick a populated area like Hinamizawa?
もっと他の 人が住んでないところに作ればいいのに。
Couldn't they have instead picked a place where nobody lived?
よくは知らないんだが、ダムを作るのに適した地形ってのがあったって聞いてるね。
I'm not really sure why, but I heard that it was just the right terrain for building a dam. Of course, there were protests here in Hinamizawa. Rika-chan had said that they had fought. Not a choice of words, I had to guess things had turned violent.
裁判にもなったし、議会でも取り上げられたんだ。
There was a trial and it was even brought up before the national diet.
東京の新聞にも載ったよ。
It was covered in the Tokyo newspapers too. Miyanda told me all about that as well. I'm sure every resident of Hinamizawa had united to fight together. The feeling of solidarity found here, which cannot be expressed properly with mere words, was likely brought about by that battle.
で、いろいろな不祥事や汚職が発覚してね。
As a result, bribery and scandals were brought to light.
ややこしいことになっているうちに工事中止が決まったんだそうだよ。
As things got more and more complicated, they eventually halted construction. If I wanted to know, now was my only chance to ask. Certainly a bizarre incident that boys my age would be curious about. I felt a little shame from the fact I was petty enough to have my curiosity piqued by Rena and Mion's refusal to talk about the event. But I figured I might as well ask since I had the chance. Just so I would stop thinking about it so much.
バラバラ殺人ってありましたよね。
So, there was a dismemberment, right?
あったよ。
There was.
偶然その時期にひなみ沢にいてね。
I happened to be here in Hinamizawa at the time,
だからよく覚えてるよ。
so I remember it well. Tomitake-san's answer was nonchalant in contrast to my hesitantly forced out question.
ちょうど4年前の今頃だったかな。
It was about this time, 4 years
あ
ago.
れも確か綿流しの日だったね。
It was the day of the Watsunagashi, if I recall correctly. Debate on whether to continue construction on the dam was in disarray. Scandal after scandal rocked the project near the end. The incident that was the final nail in the coffin for the dam project. The fight at the dam construction site ended in the victim being murdered. During prosecution, the 6 assailants divided the remains into 6 pieces and each hid one. 5 of the 6 criminals turned themselves in out of guilt, but one was still on the run. The Red Army had yet to be found. The major details lined up with what was in the tabloid I'd read earlier. It certainly was a tragic incident, but it wasn't so terrible that Rena and Mion needed to hide it from me. I guess they didn't want someone who just moved here to have a negative impression of Hinamizawa. I felt grateful having friends who worried so much about me, as well as shame for still being so interested in it.
当時はダムのトラブルの末期だったからね。
It was near the end of all the trouble with the dam, you see.
お社様のたたりだって言ってずいぶん騒がれたんだよ。
So everyone was saying that it was Oyashiro-Sama's curse.
お社様のたたりか。
Oyashiro-Sama's curse, huh? Oyashiro-sama was the name of the god at the shrine that held the festival today, if I recalled correctly. I see. Their guardian deity rained divine punishment down on the evil dam construction for trying to flood Hinamizawa. CG! Whoa!
私たちはそうは思わなかったみたいだけれど、
Apparently the younger ones didn't think
お
so.
年寄りたちはお社様のたたりだと疑わなかったみたいね。
But it seems the elderly in the village never doubted that it was Oyashiro-sama's curse. The woman with Tomitake-san chuckled mischievously. Tomitake-san began laughing with her. It was so infectious I ended up laughing as well.
でも今ではどうかしらね。
But I wonder about it now.
結構いるんじゃないかしら。
There are quite a few, I think.
若い人にも。
Amongst the youth, too.
いるって何がですか？
Few what?
信じてる人だよ。
People who
お
believe
社様のたたり。
in Oyashiro-sama's curse. The woman's lips were still curled into a smile, but her expression turned stern.
その後ね、
And after that,
毎年起こるんだよ。
it continued every
決
year.
まって今頃にね。
Always around this time.
怒るって何が？
Continued. What continued? Tomitaki-san paused for a second as if to build up some suspense. Then he whispered to me as if someone might have been listening.
毎年綿流しの日になるとね、誰かが死ぬんだよ。
Every year, on the day of the Watanagashi, somebody dies.
バラバラ殺人の翌年の綿流しの日、
The year following the dismemberment, on the day of the Watanagashi,
ひなみ沢の住人でありながらダムの誘致派だった男が旅行先で崖下の濁流に転落して死亡した。
a man from Hinamizawa who had supported the dam fell off a cliff overlooking some rapids and died while he was on vacation.
奥さんに至っては死体も上がってない。
Speaking of his wife, unfortunately, her body was also never recovered.
ひなみ沢の人間でありながらダムに賛成していた男ですからね。
He supported the dam construction even though he lived in
事
Hinamizawa.
故当時、お年寄りたちはお社様のたたりだとささやきあったものよ。
At the time, there were whispers amongst the elderly saying it was OYASHIRO-SAMA'S curse. The woman chuckled mischievously again.
さらに翌年、
Then the next year,
綿流しの晩、
the night of the Watanagashi,
今度は神社の神主が原因不明の奇病で急死した。
the shrine's Shinto priest died suddenly from an unknown
奥
illness.
さんはその晩のうちに沼に受水自殺した。
His wife drowned herself in the bog that night.
神社の神主って今日のこの神社の神主ですか？
The shrine's Shinto priest. I mean, he was from the shrine here? The woman nodded.
村人たちはお社様のお怒りを鎮めきれなかったんだって噂したわね。
There was a rumor amongst the villagers that they weren't able to quell Oyashiro-sama's anger.
さらに翌年、これもまた綿流しの晩、
And the year after that, again on the night of the
今
Watanagashi,
度は近所の主婦が撲殺体で発見された。
they discovered the battered body of a local housewife. Housewife? Up until now, all these mysterious deaths were people involved with the dam or had connections with Oyashiro-sama. With that in mind, could the housewife have been involved in some way too?
その通りよ。
Exactly. The woman stated slyly. No, it was more menacingly.
被害者の一家はね、その2年前に転落死したダム誘致派の男の弟一家に当たるのよ。
The victim's family, you see, happened to be that of the younger brother of the dam supporter who fell to his death 2 years before.
弟本人はまだ生きてるらしいね。
The younger brother is still alive, it
でも
seems.
やはりかなり気にしてね、近隣の町に引っ越してったらしいよ。
But it did bother him quite a bit, so he moved to the neighboring town. Send is playing 100% orange juice. For a while, I stood there with my mouth agape. Battle over the dam construction with Hinamizawa's future at stake. And the murder at the center of it all. It was all I knew, and that was all I wanted to ask about. That wasn't all there was to the story. Homicide, body disposal, accidental deaths, terminal illness, suicide, fatal beatings. I'm a pretty level-headed person. I don't really want to believe in curses. But freakish deaths happened every year on the day of the Watanagashi, and all of them were related to the dam construction? It was easy to dismiss each of them as coincidences by themselves. When you put them all together, dismissing all of them as coincidence would then defy logic. I don't believe in curses. But every single year, on the day of the Watanagashi, somebody or something makes it happen, without fail. The woman chuckled again as she picked up on what I was thinking. I felt like she was saying, maybe there was, maybe we frightened him, stuff like that. I felt embarrassed at being read so easily. I pressed Tomitaki-san to continue, a bit of impatience and irritation in my tone. Then?
その翌年の綿流しの晩にもまた人が死ぬわけですよね。
So somebody died the next year, right?
今度は誰です？
Who was it that time?
さてね、ケイチ君は誰だと思うかな？
I wonder. Who do you think, Keiichi-kun?
は？
The hell? The way he said it didn't agree with me. sarcastic tone ticked me off.
はぐらかさないでくださいよ。俺は結構真剣に。
Don't avoid the question. I'm serious here.
まあまあ圭一君落ち着いて。
Hey, hey, calm down, Keiichi-kun. I realized when she tried to calm me down that I had been panicking.
別にはぐらかしたつもりはないんだよ、ケイチ君。
You're trying to avoid the question, Keiichi-kun.
つまり、その翌年の綿流しってのは、つまり。
It's just, when you say the next year, that's
今日よ。
that's today. When Tomitake-san hesitated to say it, she finished for him. I broke into a cold sweat. I really didn't like the direction this was headed.
みんな口にしないけど、今夜また何か起こるんじゃないかって思ってる。
Nobody wants to speak of it, but they all think it's going to happen again tonight.
こんなにお祭りで賑わってるのに。
The festival was so cheerful, though.
あのね、去年の被害者の主婦は不信心者だったらしくてね。
Well, the victim last year, the housewife, she was a non-believer.
綿流しのお祭りに参加しなかったらしいの。
Turns out she didn't even attend the Watanagashi festival.
今年の綿流しに参加しないと、お社様の怒りに触れるかもしれないって噂。
There was a rumor going around that if you didn't participate in the festival, you would incur Oyashiro-Sama's wrath.
ケイチ君なら聞いてるんじゃないかい？
Didn't you hear anything about this, Keiichi-kun? Never even heard a whisper of that rumor.
じゃあみんなのお祭りの参加はたたりを恐れて？
Then the reason everyone was at the festival was they were afraid of the curse?
そうなんじゃないかと思うね。
I figure that must have been the reason.
今年の綿流しは例年になく参加者が多いよ。
There were a lot more people at the Watanagashi than usual.
やっぱりみんな怖いんでしょうね。
I guess everyone was just afraid after all
お社様のたたり。
of Oyashiro-Sama's curse. Couldn't utter a single word. In this modern age, where we've made progress in all scientific fields, shedding light on the unknown and misunderstood, a black and white television has been eradicated and we've sent men to the moon. Even with all our accomplishments, this can exist in modern society?
桜ってことで近隣の町の子供会をかなり招待したらしいけど、
Tons of invitations were sent out to neighboring towns' youth groups to help pad the
やっ
numbers.
ぱり一連の事件を受けてあんまり参加はなかったみたい。
Talked over her, I'm sorry. But after that string of events, few decided to join.
人集めに苦労してるって町会の人がぼやいてたもの。
The municipal committee members were complaining about how hard it was to gather participants.
警察もね、過去の事件は全て別個のもので関連性はないとしてるみたいだけどね。
Also, the police are treating each case as isolated. They don't believe they're connected.
警備ってことで私服警官をだいぶ立たせてたみたいだよ。
But apparently they sent quite a few plainclothes officers for security. It finally began to dawn on me why Rena and Mion were reluctant to talk. If nothing happened during this Watanagashi, everything would have been over with and I'd be none the wiser. If nothing happened, all would be well. In that case, it would all end up being just crazy talk. I should have just pretended like I knew nothing from the beginning. Then they wouldn't have had to act like nothing happened. And we all would have gotten back to life as usual.
やっぱり刺激が強すぎたかしら。
Maybe it was just too much for him after all. The woman ran her fingers through her hair as she sighed.
いえ、そんな全然。
No, it wasn't, not at all. I tried to act strong, but that just served to emphasize how much the information had unsettled me. After seeing how I looked, Tomitake-san appeared to regret saying anything. Letting out a sigh, he then spoke, forcing an awkward, upbeat demeanor.
まさかケイチ君、たたりなんて信じてるわけじゃないだろう？
Keiichi-kun, surely you don't believe in such things as curses.
そりゃまあ。
Well, no.
全ての事件が原因不明で犯人も手口も謎っていうなら僕もたたりを疑ってもいいよ。
If the causes of all the crimes were unknown, with the perpetrators and their methods all mysteries, then I'd concede the possibility of a
だけ
curse.
ど実際には違う。
But that's not how things are in reality.
どの事件もちゃんと警察が捜査して真相や犯人を究明してる。
Police investigations have already uncovered the truth and perpetrators for all the cases. Hearing him say police made me feel a lot better. It was perfect for repelling the word curse.
例えば一番最初のバラバラ殺人
The first one, the dismemberment, for
言ったよ
example.
ね。
I told you, didn't I?
犯人は一人を残して全員逮捕されてる。
All but one of the perpetrators were arrested.
残った一人だって時間の問題さ。
It's only a matter of time for the last one.
動機だって酒の上での口論からと判明してる。
The motive turned out to have been an argument they had while intoxicated.
当たりなんかじゃない。
That's no curse. Don't you agree? That was true. It didn't happen on the day of the Watanagashi, and then I wouldn't think it was related to the curse at all.
次の誘致派の夫婦の事故死だってそうさ。
The accidental deaths of the couple who supported the dam is the
恨
same.
みを買う立場だったからね。警察が特に入念に捜査したと思うよ。
He was in a position that made others hate him. The police made a point of investigating from that
そ
angle.
れで発表は事故。
They concluded it was an accident,
他殺じゃない。
not foul play.
でもまた綿流しの日に起きたんですよね。
But they both happened on the day of the festival, right?
考えてもみなよ、ケイチ君。
Just think about it, Keiichi-kun.
ひなみ沢に敵が多かった彼が地元のお祭りにおちおち参加できると思うかい？
Do you think people with a lot of enemies here in Hinamizawa could participate easily in a local festival?
彼にとっては綿流しの時期は特にひなみ沢に居づらい時期に違いないよ。
It would be especially hard for them to be around during the Watanagashi.
だからわざわざこの時期に旅行をし、意図的にひなみ沢を離れようとしたんじゃないかな。
So they probably left Hinamizawa intentionally around this time of year to travel, don't you think? It wasn't a very clear explanation, but I sort of understood what Tomitaki-san was getting at. So I pressed on earnestly, asking more questions so that I could convince myself.
じゃあ富武さん、その次に死んだ神主さんはどうです？
Then Tomitaki-san, what about the priest who died after that?
原因不明の奇病だって。
The one with the unknown illness.
それもまたしても綿流しの日に。
That also happened on the day of the festival.
神主さんはもっと説明がつきやすいよ。
It's even easier to explain what happened to the Shinto priest.
綿流しのお祭りは神主さんにとっては年に一度の大行事。過労に体調不良が重なったんだろうね。
The Watanagashi is a really big event that happens once a year. It's probably from all the built-up stress.
あるいはもともと持病持ちだったのかもしれない。
Or it may have been because of a pre-existing condition.
でも奇病ですよ。
But it was an unknown illness.
この医学の進歩した時代に原因不明なんて。
It's hard to believe such a thing could exist with all our advances in medicine.
大ひれだよ。
It's just an exaggeration.
噂が噂を呼んだだけさ。
Rumors making rumors.
2年立て続けに事件が起これば誰だって過敏になるよ。
Anyone would get worked up over having incidents happen 2 years in a row.
急死は確かに不自然だったかもしれないけど、
Sudden death is quite unnatural, though.
こういう死に方をすると必ず警察が検視をする。
Of course, the police ordered an autopsy because of the strange way he died.
で、事件性は発見されなかったんだろう。
But there wasn't enough for them to open a full investigation, you know.
本当に偶然の病死なんだよ。
Turns out it was just a sudden death due to illness.
確か神主の奥さんが自殺してますよね。
The priest's wife committed suicide, correct?
じゃあこれは？
What about that?
すでに説明した通りさ。
I believe I already explained that.
3年目の事件に村人たちは動揺していた。
Everyone was shaken up by the incidents happening for a third year.
信心深い人たちはすぐにたたりだと決めてかかったのさ。
Those who are of strong faith were quick to believe it was the work of the curse.
もちろん神主の奥さんもね。
Of course, that included the priest's wife.
自殺の際に死んでお社様の怒りをお鎮めするみたいな遺書が見つかったらしいし。
Finally, they found a suicide note that said something like, "My death will quell OYASHIRO-SAMA'S anger."
じゃあ次の主婦の事件は？
Well then, how about the next incident with the
ま
housewife?
たしても綿流しの日に。
That happened on the day of the Watanagashi too.
この事件は犯人も逮捕されて解決してるよ。
The perpetrator had already been caught and the case had been closed.
一種の異常者でひなみ沢のたたり騒ぎを面白がって再現したと自供してる。
Turns out it was just some nutjob trying to continue the legacy of the Hinamizawa curse.
じゃあ次の年の事件は？あ、
Then, how about the incident the next year? Oh yeah, this year's the next year. Tomitaki-san gave a hearty laugh.
もう何も起こらないよ。
Nothing will
今
happen.
度こそね。
Not this year.
お社様のたたりなんてもともとない。
There's never a curse to begin with.
一連の偶然をあると信じている人たちがそうだと吹聴しているだけさ。
It's just that a group of people believed it was the explanation for a string of coincidences. My internal computer finally got itself back on track. I felt a bit embarrassed by how childless I'd become after losing control and panicking.
僕は圭一君がひなみ沢をとても好きだと思ってることよく知ってるよ。
I'm tired, y'all. I can see very clearly now that Keiichi-kun really does love Hinamizawa.
仮にお社様のたたりが実在したとしても、
Even if Oyashiro-Sama's curse actually did
そ
exist.
んな圭一君にたたりがあるなんて
I
とて
can't
も思えないね。
Sorry, I talked over him. I can't imagine that Keiichi-kun would become a target. I felt very relieved. I should probably just forget everything I heard tonight. I'll greet Rena and Mion tomorrow with the same smile as always. They probably also like tonight to end without incident, so they can continue on tomorrow without having worried me. Perhaps seeing my change in attitude, the woman who'd been listening and stretched as she got up from the rock she was sitting on.
さてと、
Well then,
そろそろ私は戻らないとね。
we should be getting back.
おっと、僕も少々長くおしゃべりしすぎたかな。
Goodness, I think I may have gone on a bit too long. There were so few people compared to the crowd from before. I could only make out a few groups of families enjoying the cool evening air. I looked at my watch. It seemed we talked for the better part of an hour.
圭一君もお友達と一緒に来たんでしょ？
Didn't you come along with your friends, Keiichi-kun?
みんなを探したら？
Not going to look for them?
そうだった。
Oh, yeah.
みんな俺のことを探してるかもしれない。
I might all be looking for me.
女の子に探させるなんてなかなかの罪人だね。
You're quite the scoundrel making the girls look for you.
じゃあね、おやすみなさい、圭一君。
See you, Keiichi-kun. Have a nice night.
次郎さんもね。また後ほど。
You too, Jiro-san. I'll see you a bit later. Tomitake-san seems to be quite the scoundrel himself. His name is Jiro. After dusting off her backside, she disappeared into the crowd of people still busy cleaning up the shrine grounds. Back to normal! Oh. Well, you know, guys, that might be as good a place as ever to leave off. We've been going longer than usual anyway. Let's quit the game. Wow. Oh, my back hurts. Let's get some music. So, curses. I think we got a curse. I think there's a curse. People have been dying for the past couple of years on the night of the Watanagashi. I think we're gonna see one. I think we're gonna see a death. I think a person's gonna die, or people are going to die. But we'll see. Probably next time. I'm gonna need that CG of fucking Tomitake and his girl, like, looking kind of ominous in the lake there. Interesting things going on? You don't say. Put on School Days again. That's an ad. No, you know what I'm gonna put on? You know what I'm gonna fucking put on? No, put on this. A good volume. That's a... I don't want it to be louder than me. That's a good volume. Okay, so I'm kind of getting a feel for things. We talked to Tomitake, and he was like, oh yeah, you know, people are saying there's a curse, and like, you know, someone dies every year on the fucking festival. But he's like, oh, there's no curse though, don't worry. Anything else for the thumbnail? I would like the sprite of Rika with like the Shrine Maiden outfit. Because we're doing we're fucking festival time. What else do I want? I need something to kind of convey might need to rent a sprite.
Check it out, I'm in the house like carpet.
I'll also...
Too many hats in my blunt, I won't spark it out, put it in my pocket
What else do I want? I'll take the sprite of Rika with the fucking cat ears as well.
His mama named him Moan, but I call him Moan Lover, and he's more than a cover, he's a quill. We're putting shit together like the house that John built on a hill, cause this shit gonna feel like velvet turtle.
Velvet turtle. But yeah, I'm feeling a curse coming on. I think we're gonna see a death.
Cause he's straight out of Brooklyn, New York. I don't eat pork or swine when I dine. I drink a cup of Kool-Aid, not a big glass of wine or a Heineken. If you have time, I'll drop rhyme again.
Oh, my neck hurts. Yeah, give me my sprites, boy. Need them for my thumbnail. Death is something that the channel lives for. That's true. We love death around here, don't we? Well, yeah, that's it. I need to rest my shoulders. I've been in a bad posture all stream, I guess. So yeah, Saturday, Dark Souls. I always put these reminders at the end of the stream. Saturday's Dark Souls, we'll be playing again. I think I'm getting better at the game, so maybe I won't do as bad. But no promises. You know how it is. The fuck? Yeah, anyway. Sorry, I was distracted. Saturday, Dark Souls. And then Monday will be Higurashi again. I'm sticking to the Higurashi twice a week schedule for as long as I'm on break from school, because I'm on break right now. So expect Dark Souls on Saturday and more Higurashi on Monday. Hopefully people won't die next time, but I have my doubts. Catch y'all later.